This is not a test. This is a message from the Tarkov emergency alert system. Serious threats have been identified in the area. Everyone is advised to seek shelter and stay away from windows. Lock your doors and protect yourself. Private, military contractors have been deployed and it is unsafe to travel to or near the Ultra Mall, Tarkov Sanatorium, Priozesk Natural Woods Reserve, Tarkov Industrial Port of Customs or the Federal State Reserve Agency base. Stand by for further information. Good luck and Godspeed. This is not a test.
You guys are coming in 5.
What is going on, everybody? Hey, hi, hello. How is everyone doing today? What's going on?
Great,
I am
yourself?
Unfluffy Bunny. Dude, I'm doing great, guys. We have an exciting day for you today. I'm Unfluffy Bunny. I am joined today by the amazing Doc J and Grumble Zay. What's going on, guys?
How you doing, man? It's good to be here.
Same Z's.
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. I am so excited, especially after our amazing show yesterday and everything that we had. It's absolutely, I'm excited, Chad. I hope you guys are excited. What about you guys?
Dude, I thought
I'm stoked.
yesterday's performance was amazing, and I'm super excited to see what we're going to see today.
All right, Grumbles, what about you, buddy?
Sadly, I missed the opener yesterday. I had dad duty, but I'm really excited to be a part of it today and get to watch. So, yeah, thank you guys for having me. It's going to be great.
Hey, of course. Man, we have an exciting lineup today. Seriously, the group that we have for Group B, they are going to put on a show for us. Let me tell you, we've got in our Group B, we have Suddy, the man with the stash. If you guys haven't seen his stash, it's beautiful. Make sure you check it out. Sensei Scav, the teacher, the one and only. You want to know stuff about Tarkov, you go to him. He'll teach you.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Daxity. Now, this is one I don't know a lot about. Doc, do you know anything about Daxity at all?
Yeah, Dax is a good friend of mine. He's just a great dude all around. He's great to play with as well. Super calm, cool, collected. I think he's going to go far.
Okay, perfect. Now, coming up on our last but not least, as I said yesterday, I know, chat, yesterday I said Sergeant Pepper because you hear this, you see the name and you just think of the song Sergeant Prepper TV coming in last. Grumbles, you know anything about Sergeant Prepper at all?
Not too much. I try to check out the competitors when I know that I'm going to be involved with a cast, but my experience with a lot of the Tarkov community is limited. So that's why I like being a part of these. I get to check out these awesome people. So why don't you tell me a bit about them? You know any secrets or any?
I've actually watched Sergeant Prepper a lot. I lurk in his channel. I always get I love watching him because I always think of the old wrestler, from back in the day with the hat.
Oh yeah.
And Sergeant Slaughter. Yeah. So I watched Sergeant Prepper, he always puts on an amazing show. If you want a great show, go check out Sergeant Prepper. But guys,
yeah, I must say his production value is so good. Everything just looks clean and crisp. Entertainment through the roof. He's a great dude to hang out with. Hang out in his chat. You're gonna have a good time.
Exactly. So as of yesterday, Group A, Zerhawk took over Group A, absolutely decimated Group A, coming out with 94 points. I believe that was our final total on that, was 94 points is what he ended the day with. So moving on to semifinals. So we'll find out today in Group B who is going to be facing Zer. I'm super excited. Every single map that this team at Evasion has put out is amazing. We had such a good time. Now, some things I do want to touch on real quick before we get too far into it, though. Guys, if you haven't checked out the www.evasion.gg website, make sure you guys get over there and check that website out. It's an absolute amazing website that they have put together. It gives you all of the information that you may need about the Season 4 challenges, the tournaments coming up. So you have your solo battles, your duo battles, and the possible working on trio battles, which I'm super excited for. So we have a lot of amazing information. Yeah, so I can't wait to see what they've got going on with that. They have also the information on their competitive team. If you don't know, Evasion has put together the very first competitive team for Escape for Tarkov, and it's absolutely amazing. Some of the best people in the game that you should know about. These people are amazing. They've been in the community for quite a long time. Some of the newer ones, but they all come and they deliver an amazing show, and they are such great competitors. And today we have Suddy from that team competing in Group B.
Representing. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And also, last but not least, the amazing merch store that just launched yesterday. Guys, please check out the evasion.gg/merch. Get some of this beautiful merch that you're seeing right now. And if you use the code EVASION, get 10% off of your purchase.
It's so good.
I'm definitely looking forward to pick up some things for myself for sure. I mean, if anybody else out there wants to buy anything for me, I'll give you my PO box. But
right, I just feel like if you get one of the jerseys, how can you not harness the power of like Sheaf or Tweak or any of the legends? You're gonna get better at Tarkov. Right? Simple as that.
100%. Be prepared to make the millions and millions of rubles that Sheaf makes every single day that he plays Escape for Tarkov. The man with the money himself.
Wait for the Evasion Gamer socks to come out. Then we'll talk.
Dude, then you can harness the power of Suddy's beautiful mustache.
Exactly. So what we're actually going to start today with...
can handle that.
No mortal can handle that stash. I really do hope that we can see at some point the battle of the stashes between Suddy and Sheaf. I think that will be an amazing event if that ever happens. But let's go ahead and take a look at our first round today that we're going to be going into. We are doing Labs Offline. It's an absolutely amazing opener for the players. It gives them a chance to kind of warm up, get a feel of it, kind of relax, have some fun, enjoy themselves. Go ahead and Doc, if you will, let's go over this.
Yeah, so the Labs Offline XP, this is one of my favorites. I also enjoyed the factory one as well. I like to practice this kind of stuff. And like Bunny said, it's great to just warm up. If you're getting started on your stream or just you're going to be doing a late night playthrough, starting with something like this gets you nice and loosey-goosey for the nights, and it kind of increases your confidence too. But the objective here is going to be PMC spawn into an offline raid and score the highest amount of XP with the PvE settings listed below. Extract before the 15 minutes is up. So this is just points. You want everything. We saw this last night as well. Everything to just searching, looting, every kill you can grab. Every little bit of XP is going to matter here. The rules, the player's choice for their loadouts. Only thing not allowed is tier 6 armor. PvE settings, AI difficulty hard, AI amount high. And the points are as follows. Total amount of XP is the score, 10,000 rounded to a whole number. And library bonus is going to be removed. So there's no unfair advantage. Going to level the playing field there.
Exactly, because we saw that come into effect yesterday when some people got out of raid. Their numbers were very large. They were huge, and it was a lot of it had to do with that library bonus that they received. So being able to remove that, because some people may not have the library bonus, is very beneficial. So that way everybody's on the same playing field when it comes to this. Now, Grumbles, as somebody who has the Chad hat that we've seen, what would you do in this situation as a Chad? I'm curious. How would you play this out?
I mean, okay, so going into labs, knowing you're offline, knowing there's none of that external PMC threat, I would be going to hit those extracts to lure out as many of those raiders as I could, kill as many of them as I could, and then just try and get out on time. You don't have to worry about loot unless your armor gets dinged, but other than that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'd pop a couple stims, just run around. Nothing can hurt you.
Now, here's the question that I do. I'm gonna send this to you, Jay. What do you think, though? Because this is all XP based. So what do you think about XP from looting items such as like milk, propane, things loose around the map, or even just picking up items off of the dead raiders that you've killed? Because you do get that loot experience from grabbing those items and then throwing them on the ground because you don't need to take them. What do you think about that?
So it's definitely in play. But I think the priority is going to be trying to get those kills, trying to get those headshots. That's where the bulk of your XP should be coming from. And then as you clear an area and it's safe and you have the time, because again, you have 15 minutes, then definitely going through, searching everything, grabbing it, discarding it, just to grab all that little bit of XP. If you find something on as you're walking through, pick it up. It's not gonna hurt as long as it's a safe area. But I think the priority should be the kills, the headshots, and then move over, touching bodies as you go.
Exactly.
I agree with you on that one, 100%.
Okay. So now here's the question also. Do you think that some of the competitors today watched yesterday and maybe picked up some of the strategies from our competitors yesterday? What do you think, Doc?
I don't see why they wouldn't. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, go ahead.
I think that's super smart. I think it's definitely plausible.
Because we did see something that even I hadn't really thought about. Was we saw a competitor yesterday specifically bring in extra armor, knowing full well that, hey, if my armor gets lit up by a raider or something like that, I have one.
You could just switch it out. It was genius.
Yeah.
So also the other question too is, you got to remember, if you die, you don't get all of those extra bonuses from experience. So out of all of our competitors, who do you think is going to be confident and stay the entire 15 minutes? Or who do you think is going to maybe leave out a little bit early? What do you think, Grumbles?
Oh, man. I mean, I think you still get some pretty big experience points from killing raiders, no? Even if you don't survive. I think it all just depends on who kind of has what in mind. Like, are they trying to go for that multiplier, which, I mean, is a smart thing, but if you get a whole bunch of headshots in the end, like, you'll still get a lot of points. But I think cutting out early wouldn't be a wise decision. I don't want to call anybody out because I don't know. I don't want to say I think this person's going to leave early. So that was my yes answer.
That was your very politically correct answer. I think all of the competitors are here for a specific reason. They're all here because they are competitors. They're all absolutely amazing. And it's never one of those things where we're going to cut any of them short, because they can come out and do some amazing things. Exactly, especially like we said yesterday when we saw Will. So we've got everybody. They're all getting up onto the ready screen.
Dude, I'm gonna have a blast.
These are amazing.
I'm not nervous. You're nervous. I can't remember seeing your name take part in any of this.
Oh, that jacuzzi looks good right about now.
Yeah. Oh,
my friend. Let's do this.
Suddy's showing off the beautiful Year of the Rat shirt.
I like that.
I'm not partial to that shirt or anything. I didn't design that, and that's not my shirt that I sell or anything that he's throwing out there for me. I love Suddy. But okay, we've got everybody loading up. All right, we are listening into Suddy also. Ooh, what do we think about their weapon choices and ammo here, Doc? What do you think about what Suddy's rocking?
Yeah, this merch.
Yeah, I mean, after what we saw yesterday with
also got me one that says
Zerhawk bringing in that M1A and absolutely devastating with it, I think this is a good choice. He's got that advanced buffer tube on there, so I mean, he's ready. He's ready. We've seen Suddy perform before. It's going to be interesting. I want to see how many noggins he cracks.
All right, looks like Sergeant Prepper was our first one to get in, followed by Sensei, and then Suddy. We're waiting for Dax to still load in. I'm excited to see what their start plan is. How are they going to go ahead and get started? Everybody's pre-medding, it looks like.
Well, yeah, you don't need to worry about the skill level ups when you're in an offline mode, so you might as well.
Exactly. Do you think, I mean, I know that they're going to be in this for 15 minutes, Grumbles. Do you think them pre-medding and burning through their energy and water and hydration is something they're going to have to worry about? Or because it is only 15 minutes that we don't have to worry about that?
Well, I mean, I haven't seen a peek at everybody else's inventory yet, but as we just saw with Sensei, he's got 2 things of the, what is it, the vitamin water, and then he's got 2 of the MREs. That's going to sustain him for quite a while. And, I mean, Labs does have a pretty high concentration of food spawns, so I think if you really were looking, you could get it. Plus, you get the added benefit of the experience points for eating and drinking, right? So, I wouldn't worry too much about it.
We see Suddy already getting into a fight, dropping one Raider, getting into another one, and Prepper is in it with some Raiders, taking a lot of hits, losing both arms.
Ooh, not in a good spot either. If just one of them decides to throw a grenade, that could be dirty.
It really could. Both of them handling all of this very well. Sergeant Prepper is being pushed hard right now.
Holy moly.
Still just getting
he's in a tough spot at the moment. He needs to get out of that little doorway of hell.
Exactly.
They're trying to challenge a mustache and they're losing.
Oh, did he nade himself?
You always lose to the mustache.
Prepper is 100% just in it right now. He is being pinched from 2 separate directions. He's got the people
World War
coming
III,
out.
man. Holy shit.
Dude, he is in a fight.
Oh no,
Doc, what would you
got
do
some
here?
balls
What
to
is your
stand out
plan?
there.
I'd probably curl up in a fetal position and fucking cry up there, man. That's a lot of firepower.
Oh my gosh.
Did he just say it was waving at him?
Yeah, I think maybe the Raider just waved at him, said hi. I hope you enjoy your new home. Sensei picking up another Raider kill there for him.
Yeah. If we look, your head, spin your head left and right when you're aimed with the Bravo, it gets rid of that shadow glitch in the extract there.
The shadow, is that why it was so dark? It's glitched?
You can aim
Couldn't
at the
see
PK.
anything.
We got our battle mods literally looking out.
You just see a shadow.
It's awesome. I love to see that.
That's a lab.
I do, yeah.
The battle mods are fantastic.
We're only 3 minutes in. So
If I can speak on that just for a second, when I did the events during the drops week, I got to do the factory challenge. And I had Trent in my ear as my battle mod, and he was so helpful. Man, big shout out to all the battle mods. They're amazing.
Yeah, all of the battle mods are absolutely fantastic. We've got, right now, Iron Fist in Sergeant Prepper's ear. Iron Fist, absolutely amazing Tarkov streamer and competitor. He is great. Love that guy.
Iron Fist is
so he's looking
If you're
out.
not following Iron Fist, go follow Iron Fist, first of all.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Listen to Prepper.
Like I was just saying. Listen to Prepper shouting out that
My
amazing
goal here
Iron
is
Fist.
to turn on as many buttons as possible. Thus to theoretically...
I swear, I think we're in Sergeant Prepper's ear.
Yep, I think he's listening to us. Suddy's still getting into it. Just Raiders everywhere for Suddy right now.
How do I approach this?
Looks like Daxity may be just running around, hitting all of the buttons he can, just trying to activate as many Raiders as possible.
I think I went the wrong way. I could have went.
Great minds
One
think
thing I
alike,
love about
guys.
Suddy-
Great minds think alike.
It's offline anyway.
Suddy can be very methodical, and I like how he, the way he narrates every raid and analyzes every situation. And he poses all these different questions to chat and himself. I think that just makes him even better of a Tarkov player.
Oh god, this is how
yes,
this is
100%. I mean, that's the one thing I suggest to a lot of new players is also just when you're doing something, say, hey, I'm gonna, you know, I think I can kill this guy by peeking this corner and shooting him. You may die, but then you learn in that situation I couldn't kill him, but now I know for the future. Sonny taking so many shots. Please, buddy. What? I like the peeking. Whoa. Get him.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, making my butt clench a little bit there, Sonny.
Yeah. He's got the extra killer armors in his bag. He's got double.
Smart.
He does.
Smart. Yeah.
Just switch him
Picking
out.
up a nice headshot from long range. Dax picking up a couple of raiders down there in the server room. This is just full action, non-stop from these guys today. Sonny getting lit up from behind. Right there.
Labs is always a good time if the raiders are aggressive and smart.
Looks like
I think that's what's so awesome about starting off this
thing.
event with the labs. You know what I mean? With this labs offline, you start out instantly with the excitement and all the action. It's nothing but fun.
Yeah,
100%. It really is.
And I understand the need to do it offline. Labs is a pretty controversial map in terms of was he or wasn't he cheating, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But a lot of people ask for labs, and unfortunately, yeah, exactly. Right now, this is the best way to present it to you at the most minimal risk.
Yeah, I love Daxity's weapon choice here. The MP7 is one of the most underrated submachine guns in the game, especially since the Vector has been added. This gun still is, I think, personally, one of the best guns in Escape from Tarkov. It's just so good. Just mowing him down with it. He's being pinched from both sides.
Not a good idea.
Don't get me wrong, it's a good gun. I just think the ammo costs a lot for what it does. But you know, look at that fast fire rate, 0 recoil.
And how quick you're able to snap the target as well.
I'm so stuck right now.
Yes, it's a very mobile gun.
I'm so worried. I want him to heal so bad. I need that bleeding to stop. I'm so worried about him right now.
This is when the anxiety just kicks in.
Oh, another one's come. Look at this. They're just funneling in.
Oh,
wow.
No,
there's another one.
Oh no.
Oh
no. No, he's clicked. He's
in the reload.
No.
He's got to get that off. Oh my god.
He recovered from that.
No. Dax, how are you alive, brother?
Dax, lay down, please, somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, cover concealment, bud.
What's that?
Holy
Did you guys see how many mags Dax has in his backpack?
Yeah.
Holy hell.
That
Raider came in real quick with the kiss.
Oh my god, MP7 going for the win. This is what I'm talking about right here. This MP7 is it's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
You might be changing my mind on this MP7
guns.
after that performance. Holy hell.
Yes,
yeah, I mean,
That's not a good idea.
now here's the question I'm going to pose. Do you think Dax is at a disadvantage because he brought 700 mags but did not bring any extra armor?
I think bringing the armor definitely would have been a smart play.
They're allowed to loot the armor off the raiders, yes?
No.
Yeah, they're allowed to take and use anything that they
then-
find in this raid.
I think
This is a death trap.
it was a calculated risk to not bring the extra armor in, and I think that it may play out in the
Laser
end.
beam through that.
So we'll have to see.
The only exception to that rule is if the raider for some reason has a T6 armor on, they are not allowed to pick up and use that one. So if the raider's wearing a trooper or something like that, that will be perfectly fine. But if it's T6, that is a no-go.
Not being able to press parking, not being able to press
Man, that was a crazy little firefight.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Do you think that actually ended up benefiting him a lot more the way they bundled into him? I mean, I know it put him a little bit behind because he has to heal.
Well, they had to line up, right? He was running the kissing booth. They lined up. They came in. Dax said, "I don't consent," and ended up killing them all. So I think that worked out pretty well.
Now, Go ahead, Grumble.
14.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I mean, yeah, the definite benefit of funneling your enemies towards you is a good thing. However, we all know the AI sometimes can just be like the Terminator AI, and having them come through. Like at the end there, he almost lost it because that AI just decided, screw you, I'm gonna get in your face, and there's nothing you can do about it. Plus, you gotta remember, you gotta reload, right? And that's
yeah, exactly. Now he did do something that a lot of new players wouldn't do, and I don't know if he actually meant to do that or not. But what he did was he kept running into the scav close enough to where the scav couldn't actually hit him. He was gun stuffing that scav, so it gave him time to get the reload off to kill the scav himself.
Oh yeah,
I've actually done that to Killa before, and prevented Killa from killing me.
Yeah, it's a great technique, even if you're going up against a player.
It definitely helps, but I noticed like with players, it's a little more consistent, I would say. But with the AI, sometimes you just got to make sure you're continually moving and just like knocking that gun in the air.
Sergeant Prepper taking a flash from a Raider there.
Yes.
But Prepper is using
that was not a good place to be.
The aviators, I believe, have a 20% reduction on flash time. So each pair of glasses in the game now, if you look at them, does have, for the most part, have a reduction in flash time.
The 5-minute mark, right?
With the crossbows,
I like how he's doing the cosplay, the Sergeant Prepper cosplay with his character in here in Labs. The mustache, the glasses. That's awesome. All he needs is that hat. I think if he wasn't in Labs, he would be wearing that door kicker.
Oh yeah, wearing the door kicker, going full cosplay with it. I love it. Sensei's making his way around, just trying to get as much points as he can on the board. I don't know. Like I feel like for a lot of the players, they've been having to run around the map to find those raiders that they're not getting those beneficial spawns, such as what Dax got. Oh, Sergeant.
Yeah, I think Dax got lucky with that one.
Raiders found him though. Yeah.
Oh, I'm out of ammo.
And with time, time is definitely of essence.
That time is of essence here.
Sweet bounce.
How much time do we have left on this one?
All right. How much?
Let's go. We'll look at the. Let's go ahead and bring up all of them.
Have you been seeing Sergeant Prepper touching bodies for that extra added XP? Has he been? Oh, we do see that. Okay. Good stuff.
Yeah, it does look like everybody is touching the bodies for the most part. I have noticed that quite a few of them, though, have not been. They've just been running past, just going straight kills. Oh, so much.
Oh, that noise. Oh,
that noise.
You love it when it happens, but you don't want to hear it.
I can't see like half these guys.
Suddy, sounds like Suddy's taking shots from a raider, trying to find where he's at. Finds his head. Perfect lineup. Look at that.
Silhouette. Looks like Dax is either trying to get out or calling in more raiders, possibly.
Literally lined up like freaking nothing. How much time do I have left?
You can hear Dax asking the question right now. How much time do I have left? Can I do this? Can I pick up some kills and things like that before the timer is up? Nice pickup there. Quick response from Suddy. Going ahead and dropping that raider. Asking his battle mod also, hey, how much time do I have left? Oh, 4. Okay, dropping 3 more. Doc, as we're getting close to the end of the time, what do you think your game plan is here?
Prepper's Paris.
I think at this point, getting closer to the time, picking up bodies, touching everything I can, maybe playing a little bit safer on my way to extract, and doing everything I can just to rack in that last little bit of XP.
Gotcha. Sergeant Prepper going ahead and deciding to bounce out through that raid. 12-minute timer, not too bad.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Going 47,000 XP. Now, don't forget that is going to be a little bit different because they do have to remove the library bonuses, so we will see what that total is. Oh, man. They are putting on a clinic right now, though. I really like what Dax is doing here. Just opening crates now, saying, hey, I'm going to scrape the barrel for every single piece of XP that I can get.
Exactly.
I really like this.
I mean, he's got that
Grumbles,
pile
what-
of bodies. You definitely want the multiplier on.
Search XP. Nope.
Exactly.
So why put yourself in
Chances of
danger?
Canada
Just go
parking
for the
or
easy, you know, quick search loot
Chances
experience
of
and get out.
1 minute.
And what's really cool is this is Dax's first time competing in this evasion tournament, so it's going to be really cool to see see what he does with this.
Somewhere
Think I'm gonna get
close.
more kills.
Welcome
You
to
can
the
hear
family.
Suddy's battle mod Preppy in his ear saying, "Hey, you've got 1 minute." Suddy taking that as a cue. Let me get out.
Raider, that's cracked.
And then it also looks like Sensei has said, "You know what? I'm good. Also, I'm going to go ahead and get out." So we're left with
Take
Dax.
that.
It's like Dax.
I think Dax needs
what
to start
extract are
heading
you
towards
thinking
the
about
door as
doing?
well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you got to get that
Honestly.
that
That's
multiplier
unfortunate 'cause
for
that-
sure. It makes a huge
Mhm.
difference.
Yeah, doesn't look like there's much left. Still, Dax, where are you going, buddy? Is he going over
I don't.
to Long Hall over here to go to the elevator?
I just got to say something really quickly. That score sheet at the bottom is so slick, and the production crew for Evasion, you guys are doing a killer job this season.
Right?
Holy moly.
It looks so
They
good.
have done amazing.
That
and the
is
best, and
so
one of the
slick.
most amazing things is it gives us live, up-to-date information. So as they get kills, as they get tags and things like that, it updates. So that way we are always on with the information. Look at picking up a little bit more XP, saying, "Hey, I'm going to use every single second I can." I like it.
Good stuff.
Absolutely amazing.
Risk it for the
Everybody
biscuit,
getting
baby.
out.
Hey, there you go.
Ooh,
Winner, baby. Six.
let's
You love to see it.
Next door.
You love to see it. Go ahead, Doc. Let's give us those scores. What are we looking at up there?
So up at the top, you could see Suddy sitting at 6. We're still waiting for Dax's
With the stress, I don't know if it was
total. Sensei Sav sitting at 6 as well, and Sergeant Prepper at 4. It looks like Dax just came in at 3. That was a good performance
Okay.
by all of them, though.
Oh,
So okay, here's the thing: is wow, Dax sitting at 3.
I'm surprised by that.
That's
Yeah.
amazing
I'm
for
a
the
little
XP.
surprised.
Like, do you think it was because maybe of the lack of headshot bonuses that Dax was receiving due to using the MP7? Whereas somebody like Suddy, you saw him using the Valde, going for specifically headshots on Raiders,
Yeah.
dropping them each and every time with a headshot. Do you think that had a big play in that?
It definitely could have,
Grumbles,
yeah.
what do you think? Yeah, Grumbles, what do you
Yeah,
think?
I didn't want to step on feet. I don't think there was anything inherently wrong with using the MP7. Like you said, it's a good weapon. Obviously, it packs a punch. I think the issue arose when he kind of got pinched in and pushed in those tight quarters. And at that point, you don't have a second to think. You just have a second to shoot.
Right.
So,
Man. So, and I don't
Still,
think
I'm-
looting the things
yeah.
in the map were as beneficial as we thought that they might be there.
well, you gotta remember, a lot of looting experience is pretty minuscule. So, like, trying to rely on it as like a big thing would be, I think it would be unintuitive.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But-
First doing the kills, going through trying to get all the kills and headshots you can, and then to fill in that time as you're moving from location to location, picking up a little XP by looting or searching as you go, but not making that like any kind of primary focus.
Yeah, I'm not making that a primary focus for the entire event. Yeah, agreed. And I mean, it's one of those things where competitors that are maybe competing this like tomorrow or even competing next week, being later on in the competition, it allows you to say, okay, let me see what works and what doesn't work. So I'm excited to see what the competitors coming up are going to do in this situation to try to pick up these points. But man, it looks like they just had fun. It looked like every one of them was enjoying so much.
Yeah. I know
And
I
at the
enjoyed
end of the
watching
day,
that. That
that's
was
all
awesome.
matters. Yeah. Like, I mean, the points are great and like the recognition's great, but at the end of the day, like this whole thing is just for everyone to have a good time. And as long as we accomplish that, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
All right. So let's see. So some of the favorite maps it looks like everybody that's been asked, their favorite map is Shoreline. all of the competitors today, their favorite map is Shoreline. What do you guys think about that?
I'm just glad it's not Woods. Thank you, competitors.
You're not a Woods fan.
No. You know how many tasks I have to do on Woods, and I'm literally just regretting it. I don't want to do any tasks on Woods. I hate it there.
Oh man, maybe we'll team up sometime. I love Woods.
We got to, man. You got to show me the way because
we got to.
I'm always lost pulling out a compass, and I don't know, man. I get lost in the trees.
It's understandable.
There's so many trees.
There's so many trees. Exactly. All right. Looks like we are going to be going to interchange for our next map. So we'll go ahead and get those rules pulled up for you so you guys can take a look at that. And this next map is one of my favorites for the competition. We are doing interchange mall cops and robbers. Grumblesay, go ahead and take this away. Tell the people about it.
All right. One of the PMCs is a robber, see? The rest are mall cops. The mall cops are tasked with taking down the robber, see? The robber's goal is to shoplift at least 200,000 K in found and raid goods to fence and extract. Whoever can take down the robber gets the bonus points, but if the robber gets away with 200,000 in goods and extracts, then they get the bonus points, see? PMCs will be sent their roles in a DM before the round. The players will have 60 seconds to separate before the raid is declared hot, and killing each other is allowed. Does anybody want to read some rules with me? You want to tag team this?
You go ahead. You keep going. I like the 1920 gangsters is coming out because we got the malls cops and the robbers.
It's the cops and the robbers, see? I got you,
Yeah,
Frank.
I
I
hear
always
you.
knew you were no good for nothing slug.
Go ahead and
so
hit
anyway,
those rules for us.
The rules are as follows. The starting loadouts are any loadout they want. Blackjack backpack, 2 max stims, and 2 grenades max. Sorry, I said that so weird. You know, Canadians. They're not allowed to use the grenade launcher or the Mark 18. Reap IRs, the thermals, or the T7s, which I guess are thermals. No run-throughs. You get a point per scav kill. You get a point per PMC kill. With no tags, you get 3 points per PMC kill. With tags, Killa is 5, Extraction is 5, and bonus points are 10. Oh, and they have a maximum of 30 minutes.
They have a maximum of 30 minutes, exactly. Now, this is a very interesting map, and this is a lot of fun because none of the players, none of the competitors today are going to know their role until they are in the map. So they have zero idea if they're going to be a robber or if they are going to be a cop until they are all loaded into the map. Then they will be sent a DM that says, hey, you are this, or their battle mod will tell them, this is your role. Now, and that is why they all wear the exact same blackjack to be able to, there's no way to distinguish who the robber is versus the cops. Doc, I want to know, after seeing yesterday, because you haven't competed in this, but after seeing yesterday's battle, what do you think you would do now that you've got a little bit more information about it?
Well, if I was a cop or a robber?
If you were a cop, we'll go with the cop for you.
I don't know. After seeing yesterday, I mean, there's so many different ways you could play that. Me personally, I think I would, if I was a cop, I would try to get eyes on like the most traveled areas. You know what I mean? As a PMC. Just to try to run into that robber and hopefully be able to take him out. I mean, you don't know who the robber is, so you want to take out everybody you find. But I mean, just keeping eyes on the most traveled areas and not staying in one spot for too long, because everyone's going to be rotating. Yeah, I think that'd be my play. I don't know if it'd work, but I think I'll stick with that plan.
We did see that. Yeah, we did see some of that yesterday when we saw Gingerliness looking down the long hallway, checking from the hole up at the top. And Quality moved around on her, and they got into a gunfight up there. And I believe that they both had the exact same idea. And so it's a very curious thing. Like, do you hold these positions? You know that this is highly traveled. You're hoping to catch somebody, but another competitor may be thinking the exact same thing. Now, Grumbles, after reading those, what would you do as a robber yourself? What are you thinking?
Oh, well, everyone's first instinct is, I think, going to be to hit those big ticket stores, the tech stores, all that stuff. But that's going to draw a lot of heat to you because, once again, everyone's thinking that. I would probably be trying to get all the duffel bags because, as we know, duffel bags have a really high spawn chance for really big ticket items. And I would definitely be hitting like the shipping areas and stuff like that. There's a lot of good things you could buy back there.
Okay. So, and because you got to remember, all of this is only the things that are found in raid with the found in raid status, and they have to be put on the table to fence. And we all know fence is the stingiest of all of the traders in Tarkov and does not give you money for anything. So would that change anything about your plan, knowing that? Because you're not going to make as much money. You can't sell anything on the flea market, so you're getting a lot less value per item. So would that change anything for you?
I think for me, like, I don't think I would change my plan too much. I would still try and hit the duffel bags. I think I would still try and hit the stashes if those are in play. Is it inside the mall or is it the entire map?
Entire map.
Yeah, you can do the stashes
entire
as well.
Map. Well, then, yeah. I'd be hitting those stashes, but once again, you know, that is something somebody else probably could think of, and there might be some contention. So who knows?
Yeah, and that's something
All I
that
know
we
is
did
I don't
see
want to be caught in
yesterday.
those tech stores.
I hear you. And that's something we saw yesterday with Zier. Zier got very lucky. He made it into the front of the mall. Killa died. He managed to loot Killa's stuff and then just left and was able to just skirt the rest of the map the entire time while all of the cops were still all of the cops were still in the mall looking for the robber and had no idea. The best part is us as casters are just like you, the viewers in chat. We don't know who the robber and the cop is, so we're trying to figure it out right along with you, trying to figure out, wait, is this person looting? Are they taking stuff? Wait, who's who? And it is the best.
Can we just do me a weird favor? Is it possible? Can we refer to Killa as Paul Blart for this? Like, I feel like
he's the head mall cop. He's the head mall cop.
Yeah,
good old Paul Blart, the head mall cop. All right,
I'm down, dude.
I'm
that
okay
idea.
with that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So the last thing, do you stay like as the robber? Do you stay in the garage first and wait till all the fighting dies, Grumble, or do you do that last? What do you think?
I guess it really depends where I spawn. Like, if I feel like I've spawned somewhere in the mall where it would be more beneficial to kind of hit the garage and possibly play it slow and wait it out, I would do that. But if I spawn somewhere that would allow me kind of to get up and get the advantageous position within the mall of the contested areas, then I would probably just go for that. You know what I mean? So,
Gotcha.
What about you, Doc?
All right,
what would you do?
Go ahead and Doc, what do you think?
Probably similar, man. I was just thinking, I'm like, that's probably how I'd play it as a robber. Playing it, depending on the spawn, of course, playing it a little bit safe in the beginning, just trying to figure out where's the shots happening.
Yeah.
And then, skirting the outside. I think racking up 200k defense wouldn't be too bad if you get a little bit of RNG on your side.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at all of the competitors. I believe that they're getting ready to load in, and let's go ahead and see what they're all bringing. I'm excited.
Like, people love that shit.
Yeah, they're all loading like in now, so
somewhat of a
get ready. I'm
curious
excited.
to see who the robber is.
A kid in opening a pack.
Exactly. Got 30 minutes on the board there. That timer will not start until after their pre-time is done for them to spread out. So they need to get away from each other as soon as they load in before the raid goes hot. So I'm excited. I'm very excited because I know Sensei Scav, he has a tendency to play the maps very slow, very methodical. He doesn't chat out as much as others. That's not saying that when he gets into a fight, he doesn't know what he's doing, but he's very methodical about the way he moves through a map. So I'm interested to see what role Sensei Scav gets here. Doc, what do you think about Study? What role are you hoping he gets?
Study, I would like to see him as a robber, honestly. I want to kind of hear how he's going to narrate it, what he's doing, why he's doing it. From that perspective, I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like I said, Dax is one. Dax for me right now is the sleeper, the one I don't know as much about. Actually, I don't really know anything about Dax. Every time I went to try to go check him out this week, I happened to miss him by a few minutes. So I'm very curious to see his gameplay and how he's going to play through it. So I'm super excited that. And Prepper, I mean, I just feel Prepper like he has that cop vibe, don't you think, Grumbles? When you see Prepper,
just gonna
you get the cop vibe.
He's gotta be a cop. Or I mean, is it too obvious that he looks like a cop? Could be a robber.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe he can use that to his advantage and be like, look, I'm a cop, you know, and he's just like snaking
guys,
all
listen.
this money.
It's almost like we're watching Among Us Tarkov edition.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited.
Sergeant Prepper
it
looking
truly
sus
is.
AF.
Yep.
Sus
I
AF.
saw Prepper in Kiba with a dead body reported.
If I got pulled over by Sergeant Prepper, man, I would
Killa.
gladly take the ticket. My God.
I saw Prepper and Killa and Kiba, and they were making babies, and one of the babies looked at me.
Now, speaking of our favorite person, Killa, as a cop, do you still push Killa? Doc, what do you think?
If I'm watching those areas, those high trafficked areas, like if I'm sticking to my plan, if I can get eyes on him, 100% I'm taking him out. I want to get those points, but I don't think I would go out of my way, like steer from the plan to search him, I guess.
I have to say, I think this is the worst possible spawn that the group could have got to start this.
Yeah, that's rough.
All four of them are spawning right on top of each other, and there is not a lot of options for them to get away. It does look like we are getting them. They looks like they know. They're like, hey, I'm going this way, and everybody's just looking around saying, nope, I'm going the opposite direction. Grumbles, if you got that spawn, what would you do here? Because I don't know. This is weird now from the spawn.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I play Interchange, which is all the time because best loot tables IMO, if I get this spawn, I'm running underneath Oli Garage, and I'm gonna go up through the hole in the floor by Rasmussen and Generic, and I'm gonna try and get in there and get deep into the mall and be the dominant person in the center.
How much time is left?
I want a fair fight as much.
However, in a situation like this, I'm not sure how I would play. I guess it would depend on if I was a robber or not.
Didn't want to be like,
Ooh, get in a view there at Dax's loadout. Doing one of my absolute favorite loadouts to run right now, DVL, MP7 together, because I'm still working on my sniper skill because I have not got my Kappa yet. So that's a very interesting loadout that Dax is bringing. What do you guys think about that?
I like bringing a backup when I run a sniper rifle, whether it's a 5.7, a 2.26, or in this case, an MP7. I think it's always a good idea just to have options, but the DVL can hit so hard at range that I don't see any downfall to having it with you.
All right, now as you guys can tell, the raid is hot. 30 minutes is on the clock. Let's see who starts looting. Now, this is what I'm starting to wonder, because Dax decided to hang outside of the map. He's looking like he's trying to pick off any player that has been, you know, sticking around outside, maybe trying to get a free kill here. I think Sergeant Prepper is our robber.
Yeah, looting right off the bat there.
What did I tell you? It would be too obvious for him to be the copper.
I think you called it, man.
Yep, you did. You 100% called that.
Sergeant Prepper in the library with the candlestick. I knew it.
Now, how do you feel about Sergeant Prepper here, hitting all of the computers, just grabbing everything?
Yeah, I think that's a good play.
Yeah, there's a lot of loot in computers. There is some stuff that can go for a pretty penny, and there's a lot of computers within very short distances of each other on Interchange. I think it's a smart idea.
I was just gonna say that as well, Grumbles. How everything's kind of in the same area. If you're gonna stick to only like higher tier loot that's gonna hit that threshold quicker, you have to clear more distance on the map to really hit those. As with the PCs, maybe you'll be able to collect quite a few stuff in a small space.
Oh, Sergeant Prepper shooting that box, saying you didn't give me anything good with a nice desk pop there.
If you're a cop, I feel like you want to just go loot all the graphics cards and stuff, and then the robber's screwed, right?
So Prepper over here is thinking as a cop, listening to him like, hey, if I was a cop, I would go take all the high value loot, so that way the robber couldn't take anything. Doc, what do you think about that strategy?
I like it, dude. Putting his mind in the other person's shoes right there. 3D chess. I like it.
Grumbles, him pushing up here, trying to get eyes on tech. How do you feel about this? Because you specifically said I would avoid tech. I would avoid these places. You think this is a smart play?
I think if there's nobody already up there and he has control of that escalator, I think it could be a smart situation. But it is getting later on into the raid, and by that I mean the first minute where everybody is kind of hitting those hot zones. So it could be, it's a coin toss, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Suddy going ahead, just making his runs around. He's below, trying to find anything right now, just looking everywhere.
Oh! Oh! Persistence is key, baby.
Somebody.
Wow. Who was that?
Jack.
Well, they just lost at Peekaboo. I feel bad, bud. Enjoy the lobby.
Yeah, they. So this is one of the issues. He didn't. He ran right past Prepper.
Obviously, his guns and stuff.
Ran right past him.
Anything non-founded raid.
Didn't even check his corner. Didn't check anything. Just kept running, thinking nobody was there yet. And Prepper just didn't have to move. Just waited for him to go past, and then lit him up.
Look at that smoke play. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is something you don't see often.
I dream of the day we get some big, thick, beautiful, white, cloudy smoke in Tarkov. Or even green or yellow, I don't care, but I just want that nice, thick smoke.
Yeah. Suddy is getting into it with all of the scabs in the middle right now, just absolutely having a war zone with them.
Grumbles, we're going to turn interchange into Vape Nash, okay?
Vape Nash, yeah, there we go.
Prepper in constant communication with his battle mod about what is okay to take, what is not okay, what can I use, and then his battle mod coming through for him.
We are popping off.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Suddy. Suddy is just absolutely in this battle right now. Looks like Dax took some damage underneath from a scav doing some repairs.
Super low.
Really want to go get his tag.
You know, hold it up for a certain amount of time.
That flashlight kind of spooked me. I don't know about you guys. I was like, wait, somebody's laying there.
Oh, yeah. That was a butt pucker for sure.
Sir?
Oh, if he could find Killa here, that'd be awesome.
Oh!
That would be...
was that just a regular scav that he just dropped, or was that Killa?
You know, I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell with the shadow.
This was the guy in...
it's a... Oh! It was a PMC?
That was a player...
After,
that was the PMC earlier that he had dropped.
Oh, okay. Sorry, yeah. My mistake. I gotta tilt my screen a little better. It's kind of dark for me. Yeah, no other excuses.
Suddy's score coming up right now. As we can see, he's got 1 PMC, 1 scav, and 1 tag, sitting at 10 points already as a cop.
Oof.
I'm liking that weapon choice, too, on Suddy's side.
The M1A, it's still, like I've said, this entire wipe, it was an amazing weapon last wipe. It is still an amazing weapon this wipe, even with all of the ergo changes. I actually feel that you can build it out a little bit better than you could last wipe and do a couple of nice additions to it. You're not using that Mez buttstock anymore.
I'm curious to see if anybody has the finger dexterity that we saw from Zerhawk yesterday.
Yeah,
that was pretty nuts.
Grumbles, you missed the fastest finger in the West yesterday on Zier. Yeah, full machine gun on an M1. It was insane.
Yeah, every time he pulled the trigger, it was a Craigasm in chat, man. It was crazy.
Oh my gosh, I can only imagine. I can do that. Like, you ever gone paintballing and you like roll your fingers like 1 2 1 2 1 2?
Yeah,
I can do that with it, but not solo fingered. No.
Oh, imagine if there was double triggers on some of these weapons.
Big one with the ladies.
Yeah, don't tell my wife.
So what do you? I like what Suddy's doing here, trying to get eyes on all of the high value loot, just checking different angles. How do you feel about Dax sitting outside, trying to like search around the outside, killing scavs, picking up points around here?
I think he has the perfect loadout for that. If you're gonna patrol the outside, I mean MP7 and the DVL, that's a great play. I'm curious to see how this plan plays out. I don't think I would have went this myself, but as you know, as I'm watching this, I learned so much from these competitors and see different angles that I probably would have not taken before.
Exactly, and it's one of those things when you can tell a player knowledge of a map based off of the angles that they check. So you'll notice that somebody may be checking, red container that's tilted up here, or you'll notice that another player may be checking an angle, and you can be like, oh, they really know these maps. They know where people like to sit. Looks like we're looking here at Dax doing more surgery. He is just getting beat up outside by these scavs. Wait, is that his last use of his surgical kit? And it is.
No. Oh, no.
Yeah, it does not look like he refilled that surgical kit after the last, because the last raid didn't actually count because it was an offline raid, but he didn't put a full surgical kit going into this. Oh, do you think that's going to have a problem?
Oh, I definitely. You want to make sure that you're fully prepared for whatever comes your way. I mean, the hydration and the energy is already low, as we can see. And I didn't see. Did he have any sort of sustenance of any kind, or?
I don't see anything on him. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe did his stomach get blacked and that's why it's dropped so much?
Could be painkillers too and stuff.
All
I was
right, let's
gonna
go ahead and
say
take a look
a minute
at
ago, I noticed Scav was moving towards Dax's area, so I'm wondering if something's gonna happen between these two here in a minute.
It would be cool to see another fight between the competitors like we saw yesterday. That was such a cool vantage point.
And now that we know that,
a pleasure to see that.
Doing good so far. Guys.
Yes, it's always entertaining. So Scav is pushing underneath. I believe Dax is moving away from Scav, but it doesn't necessarily matter because if Dax keeps taking hits like he is, it keeps healing. It'll give Scav time to catch up.
9 points this raid.
Oh yeah.
And 3 PMC kills with dog tags. And
that's the unfortunate thing about the MP7.
So I'm gonna play it a little bit riskier.
I mean, the MP7, it's a good gun, high fire rate, low recoil. If you can hit your shots, it's deadly. But the problem is the ammo doesn't do a whole lot of damage per hit. So if you're not hitting those vital shots.
Yeah, and looking at Sensei
Sergeant
Scav's
Prepper
points
underneath as well. So I wonder if they're gonna if they might cross paths.
Oh, and a garage fight? I love garage fights.
We'll bring the stuff
now, it does look like Sergeant Prepper is on the front side of the map over there by the tents underneath the Ollie or the Idea side, whereas Sensei Scav just came in the bottom side over by Power, so there's no way for them to connect through. There is, actually. This could get interesting very quickly, especially if Scav keeps pushing this direction. Scav thinking he's hearing something.
About 7 and 9, 8 rounds. SPP.
We may. Scav definitely thinks he hears something.
He's holding that angle hard. I like it.
Oh,
now's the time to stop and listen.
Prepper making a run though.
I mean, Killer.
My heart's beating, and I can see it from both perspectives.
Took my time and then.
Oh, Scav found him. Lit him off. Prepper returns fire.
We got the nades, I think.
Oh, look at this. Wow. Look at the concentration. Oh.
Holy. IRL dodge like you've not seen before. Holy hell.
Look at this fight. Oh. These two are just throwing everything they have at each other. And Sensei goes down.
Oh, Sensei's down.
Oh.
Somebody check him for whiplash. Wow.
Oh my God, my neck hurts after how bad he dodged IRL there. What a fight.
That was crazy.
Prepper coming out.
Oh. Send this man to neck brace. Get him to the med tent ASAP. Good fight, GG's.
My God.
Well,
yeah,
Prepper is not going to
say no. You're not evading this ticket.
Exactly.
They closed a lot of distance on that fight with each other, and that got really good.
Everything that I do,
that was an amazing fight. Those are the fights we like to see. Sergeant Prepper's scoreboard being updated live with that kill. 2 PMC kills, 1 tag, 8 points for the entire tournament so far. All of this is updated as we speak. Man, that was you can just see it on him. That got his blood pumping. He liked that. Let's get some hype in chat for that. Let's show some love to all of these amazing competitors right now. Get some hype. They were both super
Again,
aggressive
guys,
there. I
I think
love
may have
it.
killed a competitor.
Go follow all these competitors. They're amazing. I've had the pleasure to not only game with most of them, but hang out in their chats or in mine, and they're awesome.
I like it. I'm
Great
bored.
group of guys right here. Go give them a follow.
So Prepper is going to go ahead and get his body repaired. Go ahead and get all of these mags back. He's really enjoying this MDR.
Step to surviving the apocalypse.
Is this, do you guys enjoy this weapon? I believe this was. I believe this is Prepper's favorite gun in the game. Is the MDR.
Slap that baby.
You know, the MDR definitely used to be my favorite. I have not used it that much this wipe, but I'm excited to get back into it because that was one of my favorites.
Also, Chief Budweiser. Hello.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Unfortunately, the scope that he's using, I can't agree with him on that.
Your gear is Sensei Scav.
It is. Yeah, it is. It is.
For him, then?
It's the worst. I hate that site. But hey, if that's good for him, do it.
He's a good guy. But I think
Sergeant Prepper being an amazing competitor,
Yeah, you're up to 14.
being an absolute amazing competitor, saying, "Hey, you know, do I need to ditch his stuff?" And his mod saying, "You don't have to," and him just saying, "You know what? He's a good guy. I want to ditch it."
Yeah, no.
All right, going back to Dax over here, sitting on 9 points, 2 PMCs, 2 tags, 0 scavs, trying to take a peek over at Tech Light. Grumble, do you think he's too late to this fight, or what do you think?
I didn't check inside.
Well, I'm seeing word that Dax took out Study a minute ago, which is a pretty big deal for him. That's one less competitor in this match now. But I mean, I think his positioning's
unfortunate.
possibly too late. Yeah, it's.
I want to see the body.
He's on the body,
that's right
looking
around
in.
the corner. I feel like that's a guy that he killed.
Yeah. We'll see what happens here, but I think this area might be a little bit too.
Let's see what. Going to go ahead and check there.
That's one of the guys that he killed.
So that right there, he's checking that. That's the body
earlier.
that Prepper killed. That Prepper killed earlier. You can hear Dax talking with his battle mod Boosh, just going over, hey, you know, what do you think we should do?
That is, so if he's a competitor, I don't want to grab his shit. And...
That's fair. It's not about money anyways.
Yeah, it's not about the money.
Great communication between his battle mod. It's not about the money. I don't need anything. Let me just do what I need to do.
Prepper firing at somebody in the garage. Was that a scav or?
From the movement, I think it was a scav. He had that general left or right locked onto you kind of movement. So I believe it was a scav.
Spacing between shots. Yeah.
I literally have no clue I'm doing.
So-
I'm just running around.
These being our last 2 competitors, Dax stating he has no idea what he's doing, just running around, which isn't a bad thing as a cop. That's what you're hoping. You're hoping to run into the
love the look.
the robber
How's the
and
going?
get that
I don't
kill.
know.
Yeah, you definitely don't have to be nearly as quiet or sneaky, so that's definitely a benefit.
200K is not easy without killer. I have killer's room. That's my ace in the hole. Maybe I got
feel like there was a lot of
statue
fighting
or something.
upstairs. So I might check.
Oh, I like that.
It's got killer's room key.
Nice one.
Yeah, I just heard that. That was that's an ace in the sleeve or whatever they say. I don't know. I'm Canadian.
13 minutes.
Does that terminology not go over to Canadians? You guys don't use that at all?
No, we say I don't even know if we have a direct. You know, like when you learn a word in another language and there's no direct translation for it. I think we just say like puck luck. Oh yeah, that guy's got puck luck. That's just what we say.
Okay.
Just hanging out with Grumbles makes me feel more Canadian. You know, like I know it's like only 50%, but when I'm with Grumbles, it shoots up close to 100. I love it.
I try not to lay it on too thick because I know that when I do, you guys all kind of sit there going, "What the fuck did he just say?"
You hear Sergeant Prepper asking why he can't shoot, you know, and kill these. He can't see. Sergeant Prepper, it's because of the sight that you're using. I'm sorry. I'll say it for everybody that's thinking it. It's because of that Bravo sight.
Yeah, I would prefer to use the hammer over the Bravo any day of the week, to be honest.
Oh, finding another one. Just dropping them. And it's really good too. I mean, he's getting points for getting all of these scav kills. He's also getting points from anything the scavs may have on them that's of value. So I like what he's doing here.
Robber's already out of the map.
You can hear Dax saying
we
into
know
his
from
battle mod.
experience that. I was gonna say we know from experience that the AI scavs can spawn with some very serious loot on them. So.
There is always that chance.
All day, all day, baby.
Go back to a secret.
I'll do it.
You guys are part of that Valday family with Sigma. I got you. I'm still a Voodoo, man. I think the Voodoo is one of the cleanest sites in the game. Some of the best visuals.
Like 10 minutes
But
left,
you know,
15.
checking stashes.
I
I
definitely
like
agree.
this.
It's clean.
Are we allowed to drop the bag and take the extract?
The thing I like about the Valday is it kind of fits on any gun and is functional. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with
And
that. So
Fluffy,
if you're a cop now,
oh,
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, please.
No, I was just gonna say, if you're a cop right now, do you think it's time to counterplay? Maybe check outside, Doc. What do you think?
I mean, if you're getting goose eggs a lot inside, it's definitely going to be time as we're getting later into this raid to start skirting the outside. If you're having trouble, I know Dax was saying earlier he's having trouble finding anything. Start taking that to the outside, and your luck might turn around.
Yeah, because we definitely don't want any extract camping or anything like that in this competition. That's not what this is about.
Let's just triple check.
Oh,
But
I wouldn't
we got
expect any of these folks to do that anyway, right? That's the nice thing about these competitions. Everybody in them they're solid people.
You have to look. You think it's
All right, now we may get contact here. We've got Dax heading out the back ramps towards the idea side, and that's exactly where Prepper is. This may get interesting very quickly.
They're gonna hear each other.
No.
Yep.
Oh wow!
They're right next to each other. Oh no!
no,
They
different
should see each other at any moment.
Oh, ring around the rosies.
Oh, I'm on the screen.
sucks. I think we need like
No,
5K
he
average per
Dax
side.
doesn't know he's there. Oh, Dax.
Oh wow!
Dax.
Yeah.
No.
Dax hears. I think Dax hears it.
Because it was only a
He's
couple
stopping.
things
He's listening.
He's throwing
Grenade out.
throwing a grenade out.
Thought maybe we could do better.
Oh, could you
heard
imagine if
that.
that
That
did
got
the
his
trick? I
attention.
would have lost. Yeah.
Prepper turned around for that nade. He's smoking out.
Take that. You smoke.
Oh.
And take that. Smoke and
I like
extract.
it.
I love Prepper's full confidence here of saying, no, I don't need to kill you. I have one job, and that job is to get 200K to my buddy, the Finn.
Well, we know he only
And it's smart knowing that you don't have to take every single fight. You can retreat and live another day.
really sure.
Oh my, Dax just has no idea. No idea how close he was.
I gotta say, the smoke grenade is really not something you see utilized a lot in this game, and it's actually really cool to see somebody using it.
It is. You don't see many. They use it as a meme or just a way to, if they come across with it, they'll just chuck it. But being used tactically is awesome.
Well, because even if, we all know the smoke sometimes you can see right through it, but it can be used as a distraction too. You throw it down one hallway. Oh shit, he's smoking it. Cover that hall. Bam, I'm going to go sneak right by you the other way. You know what I mean?
To that point, Grumbles, what I found is using grenades in that same manner helps as well. Not just using grenades as an offensive tool, but as a defensive tool of deception. Get them to look a certain way, and then now you could take that, you have the upper hand.
Couple thousand maybe?
Ooh,
Completely
man,
agreed.
exactly.
Yeah, Tarkov. It's a game of chess, right? It's a big game of Chetris. I don't know.
Tarkov.
So now I'm curious if this is something that Prepper does a lot is use smoke grenades. We know, I don't know if you guys have ever seen a smoke grenade used at night, because we still have night woods coming up, and smoke grenades at night through thermal or through regular night vision creates an entire blacked out area, no matter what. So he might be at a benefit if this is something he likes to do. Using that on night woods could come into play.
AK-74.
It looks like they're
Can hear
both
his
still
battle
in the
mod.
idea area.
Oh, they're in the same area right now. Dax is pushed up, following in. Following in his footsteps.
I think I just break.
This is like some dedicated detective right now.
They are just passing each other over and over. Dax just not realizing he is following in his footsteps this close.
So close.
Yeah. I like it. Make sure you drop your bag down first.
It's like watching The Departed all over again.
Myself. No, I understand.
Right,
Prepper
dude.
just making his way back into the main mall, going around back. Dax has no idea how close.
I could double check Kiba. It got popped, but I mean, people leave stuff.
Ooh.
I find things in Kiba on scav runs all the time. That is I think it's a good idea. It's a risky play. You're boxing yourself in. You're funneling yourself to one exit, but you can potentially find some like really good weapon mods that sell for a decent price. You can find full guns. I think it's a good idea.
Now, I wonder if Dax stays on Prepper's heels, though, follows him towards Kiba, I think that would be the end of Sergeant Prepper.
Oh, yeah. His biggest thing he could do there would be to find somewhere, wait, and just watch that doorway.
AKS 74. By the way, you said it was more, but I mean,
okay, it does look like Dax is heading back outside to power. He's staying away. They're getting further away. Does not look like we're going to get. Prepper saying
I wanted that firefight so bad.
I did too. Oh, just spreading out a little bit further.
Ike Scav brought the food and drink.
It teased us.
Okay.
So it's one of those situations too where this is a great example of how close you get to other other players when you're playing Escape from Tarkov and you have zero idea of how much you just missed somebody. There could be a guy in a bush right next to you and you would have never known it.
RPK 22-inch.
When I play Tarkov, my head is on a swivel. It's an obsession. It's a compulsion. I can't control it because I feel like every second that I'm playing this game, some eyes are on my back.
Exactly. Oh, Doc, with 5 minutes left on the board, you can hear him talking to his battle mod. Doc, do you agree with his pathing right now, with the stuff that he has? Do you think that this is the best choice to go back into the heart of the mall?
I don't think so. Nope.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I feel like if I was in his shoes, I would be worried, like, did I hit this limit? You know, it would suck to go through all this trouble and not actually hit that 200K mark. So just going back through and seeing if you can get a big ticket item here or there might be helpful. I mean, having the opportunity to see it in hindsight and seeing other perspectives, it's definitely risky, but in his shoes, I would probably do the same.
Okay. Now, I think I know what he's doing here now. After seeing him swipe that card, he talked about doing the killer room earlier.
That'd be sweet.
So he's swiping his card, and it looks like he may go... Is he going to drop down from second floor through the hole, or is he going to go down the escalators here? I'm interested to see what's about to happen. He's doing it. He's dropping through the hole.
How much time?
Let's do it. Let's see it, baby. Come on. All the way.
Wish I would have found more than 2 scavs or whatever.
Yeah.
Dax is going over to Ollie Extract, so they are spread out still. No, does not look like he's going to get into it with each other. Oh!
There's that scav he was looking for.
The dolphin died from the scab yet again today.
The nipple dip. I like it.
It's that new Tarkov tripping feature where sometimes your guy just stumbles and down he goes.
Okay. All right. Dax has gone out, said, you know what, I feel that the robber is gone, and I'm just going to go ahead and leave. Oh. No cops on the map. This is all Sergeant Prepper here. This is his game now.
I heard. Oh, he's got. Okay, there we go.
Oh, wow.
He has a shot here. Oh, sorry. I hit.
Please don't be there.
So with no cops on the map at the moment, he doesn't have to worry about dying to one of the cops. Now it's just about getting out safely.
Now it's just about dying to anything.
Exactly. So I like this push. He needs to be careful here, just in case somebody is kind of camping this door, trying to hold it. Doesn't look like it. Now, one thing I would have done is cleared that corner corner as you came
There's
in.
some
He is
decent
picking up
I need
so
some
much
nice-
loot.
That's what he needed. That's what he needed right there,
Yep.
just to solidify it.
No Bitcoin, no line, but I got
Check for the moonshine. Check for the moonshine. There's always a bottle of moonshine on the floor here. Right there. There it
you
is.
Check
go.
your magazines or your group.
Easy
Something
claps.
like that. That's non-found in raid. And fill
Okay,
up
yeah,
those
good point,
slots.
good point. Derp.
Ah, the battle mods dropping that knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
A little bit of
Shadow mods
min-maxing.
letting
Yeah, I
you
think
know.
I don't have enough.
Exactly.
Here.
Anything that doesn't have that found in rate check, get it out of your inventory. Get what you need right now. Get as many points as you can. And he is sitting on
AK 105.
quite a lot of points.
74. AKS 74, right?
I'm gonna guess so.
The ultimate min-max right there.
Now, it is min-maxing so much. I mean, swapping weapons just for that
Got
extra,
stuff
hey,
to draw.
is this going to give us 5,000 more rubles versus this one? Let's do it. Dropping in serve kits also saying, get out of here. It's not found in raid. I want it gone.
Right, right.
Here's Battlemod constantly in his ear saying, hey,
It's a 3 slot.
get this stuff. Get this stuff. Tetris Prime
Do I
going on
just,
right here.
Assume we didn't get it, but try. I don't know how much moonshine goes for.
We're on with 90 seconds left here, so extract. Cash in.
GG.
more.
There we
I
go.
believe.
Good job. Good raid, man.
I'm a believer.
I
That's
believe.
good stuff.
Oh man,
let's get down.
that
Quicker,
was
fatter,
that
let's
was
get at
intense. There. Can we get some GGs?
Didn't
Let's get
even
some
break
hype.
a
There was
sweat.
so many butt
Okay, so I
clenching
killed 8 things
moments.
Total. 2 of them players
in
and I had
that.
my dog tags. Woo.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
6 scavs. And the
Just
extra.
how close they kept on getting to each other was insane.
Throw everything into
It
your
truly was. I mean, I felt like if Dax, I wanted to see Dax just keep pushing, saying, "Hey, I'm going to go back in the mall," and that's one of those things that Sergeant
can you
Prepper
get this
had
and
that
can you
I don't
just
think a
read
lot
it?
of the other
can
competitors
read it.
thought about was kill extract. Like, I
Yeah,
should probably go check that,
What
and
happened?
nobody did.
What's the note? What's the
Yeah.
no, Mike?
That was
It's
definitely a
not
good
something
call.
you see people use a
I could have done a lot
lot.
more. I could have dropped some mags of M61, which I never really wanted to.
Oh my gosh! So and no
I don't know,
killer,
man. My
no
shot
killer on the
is all
map
over
to
the
trade.
place. Do this off tournament, and we're headshotting every single thing.
So,
we see.
buddy, I'm going to share a little bit of information about Sergeant Prepper here. He's been streaming for about 2 years, playing Tarkov. He's got a little over 900 hours in Tarkov. But what's really cool is PMC's killed this current wipe. He's sitting in the lead out of our contestants at 625. So he's not afraid of a fight, which is really cool. KD ratio is around 4.45. Survival rate around 47. So it's good to see Sergeant Prepper really holding it down.
Yeah, sitting at 625. That is a big number, especially at this point in the wipe. Working through things, you're not, man. That is nothing to slouch at.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm excited. I'm very excited to see how much he's going to throw up there. I mean, okay, let's do this. What do you guys think? Give me a ballpark, Doc. We'll start with you. How much do you think he made?
I'm thinking, I'm going to say around like 375K.
375K. Okay. What about you, Grumbles? Grumbles,
Audio?
I think you're muted, buddy.
Sorry, yep, I was. My bad. My kids in the
Not a
background going
problem.
crazy. So, there were some big ticket items in there for sure, for fence anyway. But I definitely did notice some things in the bag that were just picked up for the sake of it. So that could hurt him. But I'm gonna say about 250, 265.
About 250,
Oh, I was way
265.
off.
Well, he said that's the first.
He
wave.
sold it. He sold it. I don't think he actually had to do that, if I'm not mistaken. So, oh, we're getting word that he's out of stash space, so he has to sell the stuff because he has no room to put it all.
Oh, I was
my
so
God.
confused. I'm like, what is happening?
That's the
Okay.
price of Tarkov.
Oh, that makes it so much better.
Oh. So we're looking at 174 in the first. Go ahead and see what he gets, throwing the rest of it up here on the board. Yeah, I think he still has a few more items in his backpack still.
You know what, Doc? I think you've already
That's another
You were the
167.
closest.
Yeah, he is
already
over
won. I've already
300K
won.
now. Yep, he is over 300K now. He's he's like,
even
can I
sold
sell?
the moonshine.
Just keep the rest.
Smart man. Yep, keep that moonshine. Keep that SJ6. I think that's still going for about 60, 70K on the flea market. So
That was good stuff.
Delete Sensei Scabs. Greg, it says, I'm sorry, buddy. I don't have the space for it. It's got to go. Oh.
That was good to see.
That was an amazing round. Those butt clenching moments that we had. It really was. So let me ask you, Grumbles, what was your favorite part of that raid so far? What did you think?
There were so many great events, like the firefights between the competitors and some of that stuff. But I think my favorite part of the whole raid was just that tense, are they or aren't they going to run into each other here sort of moment. And that, I thought that right there, that for me, I was breathing hard on that one.
I would have to agree, man. You got to get your blood pumping.
Yeah, we got a total of 342,078 was that total that Iron Fist just let us know. Absolutely amazing. So that was your favorite. Also, Doc, was that that fight between Sensei and Sergeant Prepper down underneath?
Definitely. I love seeing that from both different angles. How we talked about before, how close you are to a player at any given time, and you just might not even know it. I like to see that. I like to see that action.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why probably for me my favorite moment was that build up right there between Dax and Sergeant Prepper at the end. Was like you don't realize, like, we saw it on Dax's screen. We saw Sergeant Prepper on the ramp, and that's why it's so. And that's one thing I always try to explain to Twitch chat is we're handling as streamers. We're handling not just our stream. We're talking to chat. We're trying to focus. We're very tunneled sometimes. And it's easy for them to see things just like it was for us to see Sergeant Prepper go up that and catch him out of the glimpse of our, like, out of the corner of our eye, and Dax just missed it.
Definitely.
And then, yeah. Now, how do you guys feel about Dax's choice there at the end? Not when he heard the person running across the top, not knowing it's Sergeant Prepper, obviously, but heard that, threw a grenade, but then decided not to push it and said, you know what? No, I'm going to go to power and leave this person. Do you think that decision making was like a good call, or do you think he should have said, no, I hear somebody, I need to put points up, I need to fight? What do you think, Doc?
Shit, if I was in his shoes, I probably would have done the same, but I wouldn't know. You don't know. I mean, how much are you willing to risk? You know what I mean? The odds of that being the person that you need to kill, or like you're not sure. So it depends on how the early part of that raid went. If you're sitting good on, points and whatnot, there's just so many different things at play. I'm not really sure what I would do in his shoes. I might have done the same, though. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's very easy for us as casters to sit here and say, oh, I would have definitely pushed that. But until you're in one of those competitions, and, Grumble's competed in a competition, you've done the duos, I've competed in 2 of the solo battles. It's always one of those situations where until you're in that situation, you don't know. As for us, it's easy to say, I would have done this, but until you're in there and not being able to know for sure. So it is one of those theoreticals, but I loved the play. I loved what they did all the way around. Sergeant Prepper using that smoke as a defense. Like, I was amazed by that. I don't think I've ever seen that.
So what are you thinking about the points? The points standing so far?
Oh, man. Points are up to date. Sergeant Prepper sitting at 31 after getting out as the robber. Dax coming in with 19, Sensei sitting at 16, and Suddy sitting at 11. Now, this is something we did see yesterday also, Grumbles. We saw these points after the first 2 rounds extremely close before Zier took off and just, like, took it away. So I think it's still super early. There's a lot to go here. There's a lot of matches to still happen. Do you feel like these are going to change a lot, Grumbles? What do you think?
I definitely think they could. I mean, we see it all the time in these sorts of events, right? You know, somebody pulls ahead, somebody has a really good raid, somebody, you know, and then the points are just constantly going like this. And I think it's kind of right near the end when you're kind of reaching that little bit, like how much more do you have to give? That's where it separates, I think, the winners.
Yeah.
Overall.
So exactly. And after dying a few times here, you know, Suddy dying, and Sensei Scav both getting defeated by another competitor, do you just put that do you just put that behind your head and you say nope, let's move on and just go? What do you think, Doc?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want to linger on any single thought for that raid. You know, when it's done, it's done. You got to move forward.
Gotcha. All right, guys, we are moving on to our next map, which is going to be Woods Night, Not Occult. PMCs are tasked with placing a Pestilence Plague Mask at each of the marked circles and inside the marked mountain bunker. If all 3 masks are placed and they extract, they earn bonus points. PMCs will have 60 seconds to separate before the raid is hot, and killing each other is allowed. Now, I believe that all of them are loading in now into this night raid, so they will be able to use any loadout that they want. They need the 3 Plague Mask, they need 2 stems max, 2 grenades max, no GLs, MK18s, Reapers, Flurs, T7s are run-throughs. 1 point for a Scav, PMC, no tag is 1 point, PMCs with tag are 3. Scav Boss, Guard, Arc Cultist is 3 points, Objectives, 5 points each, bonus is the 10 points. So if they do get to those marked circles and they get to the bunker up at the top of the mountain, they will get 10 bonus points. Now, yesterday, we did not get to see any cultists. I'm hoping to see some. Doc, what do you think? You hoping to see some cultists tonight?
I very much am hoping to see that, because that's probably one of my favorite things of this new patch is the cultists and the terror that they bring. They're just so fucking fast and they're super scary. So it's gonna be fun to see if that's that dynamic is in this one right here. I just want to say though, one thing that I really like about this challenge on Woods, especially at night, they have these singular locations that they have to drop this at. So it's going to kind of gravitate, all the action's going to gravitate towards those points. Now it's just about the timing. Are we going to see them there at similar times, or is everybody going to be following somebody else kind of thing? I'm curious to see how this plays out.
Woods is a big map. Now, Grumbles, have you actually encountered any cultists yet that don't exist in the game? Have you encountered them?
That's what I was gonna say. Yep. I better see some damn cultists, because I have not encountered them yet, and I run night raids all the time, man. What's going on? It's a joke, y'all. Are a joke.
What maps do you run at night?
I run a lot of interchange, which obviously, but I run a lot of woods. I do customs, and I do shoreline at night too.
Okay. See, I got lucky. I found my first time night raid, first time on Woods with the new patch. Boom, they were there. I got super lucky.
Yeah, I had the exact same encounter on Woods at night with this guy just running around. And the way that they move, the cultists are like nothing else in this game, because they are very tactical in their movement and very sneaky. They run from bush to bush. They lay down. They hide. And like the first time I encountered one, I lit him up. He was wearing Defender 2 armor, just tanking my BP rounds. And he tapped me with his knife in my helmet. And I was like, I'm fine. My helmet took it. It took 1 point off of my helmet. I'm fine. I was not fine. I went through a Grizzly, Propitals, a Selua, just trying to get to extract because of this dagger that I got 1 point of damage to my helmet with. So I am excited. I really hope we see some cultists. Oh man,
I'm surprised we don't see more like murder hobo meta where people run around with just like a knife and just stab, like the cultist knives.
I'm holding on to my knives for that, Grumbles. I want to try that out.
Yeah,
let's team up and do that. I think it'd be a fun little experiment.
Let's do it. We'll just run in and stab people and spam voice lines.
Yeah.
What you guys could do, one of you bring a KS-23 with star rounds, blind them, and then you guys just both stab them, run away, and just kind of follow them.
And then we can watch them. Yeah.
Just watch them fall over and die and then loot their stuff.
Hello,
we'll
FBI.
Like the fucking Discovery Channel.
This guy right here. Psycho.
Just get super dark with it. I mean, once we get once everybody has Kappa and their tasks are done, you got to come up with some interesting ways to entertain yourself. And watching people run as they're dying from antidote with no antidote is going to be pretty great.
Be very entertaining, that's for sure. Frustrating for whoever that is.
When I got bored last wipe, I made a 1 in the chamber challenge. So I took an 8R and I could only hand load the round, shoot it. Hand load the round, shoot it.
Oh, wow.
And it was the funnest thing I've ever done. But definitely the knives sound like something I have to do.
The knives we have to do, man. I'm so down.
Yeah, I will be excited to see that. Guys, don't forget, if you are enjoying this and you want to be a part of this at any time, please make sure you go over to Twitter and follow the Evasion's Twitter page. That way they keep you up to date with any events that are going on, a lot of the stuff in the community, things about their competitive team. They also post when signups are for each of the events. So please make sure you guys go over to Twitter and check that out.
Definitely. So Big D in chat saying he got stabbed on customs. I have yet to see him on customs, and I run customs night lots, and I've never seen him on customs. How about you guys?
I have seen him on customs. I've seen him on customs. I found him twice on Shoreline at the Spine Rock area over there by Power Station in between cottages. It's been really, really bad. And the thing about it is, so the first time that I ran into him, I had killed a guy and I had taken his thermals, and I saw bodies of people over there, so I started shooting at them and they weren't really reacting, and then instantly they are very aimbody. As soon as they know where you're at, they're on you, and they're not normally using very good weapons. Like, their ammos are pretty bad, but it's not bad. But it looks like we are kicking off this action with our woods. Looks like Suddy has some post FX settings to get his black and white for this.
Yeah, Sensei Scab's scaring the shit out of me right now.
Yeah, Sensei Scab's facing
I didn't know we were watching the fucking Grudge, brother.
But I'm not.
I know. You and me does the same thing.
All right. And as we can tell on woods, we know exactly where they spawn because there is so much uniqueness to woods that this is in a totally unique place with unique trees. So I know exactly where they are. Doc, don't you know exactly where they are?
That took me a second, man. I was like, am I the only one that's fucking lost right now? I'm like, how do you know where you're at, man? I started to get defensive for a second.
Because that tree over there, bro. That tree right there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they're clearly by that
That's
tree.
usually my call-outs for woods, too.
And I got kind of...
All right, the raid is hot. Timer is going to 30 minutes on the board. Now, I will say I believe that they did spawn over by Scab House because Suddy is next to ZB014. You know, that good old place to try to get those ice creams early, those ice cream cone mags, 60-rounder.
Oh, yeah. That's where I go every raid to get that task done.
I never find him.
Sergeant Pepper PK right off the bat there, turning his screen into a 1960s TV. Do you think that's premature for a night raid, or do you think that's a good call just to play it safe?
Grumbles, you go ahead and answer this first because you can tell like it's really blinding. Because I'm curious.
I'm not going to that mark circle first.
What the contrast or? Sorry, what are we?
He popped the painkiller, so it's very grainy.
Oh,
now,
he popped. Okay, I missed that. Yeah. I hate the effects of painkillers on night vision. I'm not a big fan of the way night vision is currently implemented, to be honest, and I don't like the painkiller effect on it. But it's obviously a necessary thing, and it could be a lot worse.
That's true.
See, for me, Doc, this wipe also, I have not been a huge fan of pre-metting like I was previously because of the changes that the hydration and the energy take to most of them now. So I just kind of avoid pre-metting as much as possible. Now,
yeah, I feel like you have to be much smarter about it.
I think it'll do him a lot of good.
Yeah, you really do. Sensei Scab is going over there looking for Scab House?
But he doesn't know what's happening. I actually forget.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if they link up at all.
The route that I was taking, because it's dark now. It's not this. I think it's around here. Hang on.
Oh. Dex going ahead and checking his time.
He's scary enough during the daytime when you can see him. He's terrifying at night when you have zero idea where he is.
Oh, 100%.
did it in the dark.
Put that on interchange and we'll try to play it a little bit more easy.
In the light before it worked out great.
Yeah, Sensei over here at Lumber, going ahead and getting inside of what I like to call the carnival box. You remember the old 1920s carnivals where they would ship all the animals and the pairs would come around?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I used to go there as a kid.
Sensei's face really is giving me the heebie-jeebies right now with the green screen.
Yeah, don't look into his eyes, Chad. He will take your soul. Careful. He'll also take your dog tag.
Okay,
Not
he's pushing up.
necessarily in that order.
See Sensei Scav's points and kills up on the board right now, sitting with 3 PMC kills, 3 tags, and 1 scav for the entire tournament so far, sitting at 21 points. Still, not bad, like still early, lots of ground to cover. He's following pretty close behind Sergeant Prepper. And he's sitting in second place with those points. He is pushing, like, I believe that he's on Sergeant Pepper 6, or Prepper 6. I said it again, chat. I did it. I did Pepper.
And I don't. What was it? Sergeant Pepper and the what band? I don't even remember.
Beatles,
what the
right?
The Beatles. It's the
I know it
Beatles
was
song,
the Beatles,
yeah.
but it was like Sergeant Pepper and the what band? It was something. I don't know.
Oh, the Lonely
Cuckoo,
Hearts.
I'm the Walrus.
Mm-hmm.
The Lonely
I'm
Hearts.
fucking old.
The Club
I'm so
Band.
old.
The Lonely
Dating
Hearts
myself
Club
there.
Band.
Dude, that was the Lonely Hearts AF band, bro. Come on, I'm hella young.
Hella young.
Oh.
Good.
It looks.
So,
Oh,
looks
here
like
we go.
Prepper is up on the mountain.
He might be taking a second here to see.
I just walked into this.
Green
anybody's
Median
coming up
again.
behind him.
Dude, Sergeant Prepper's taking the whole pharmacy with him.
He is. They're getting super close to each other. Prepper could hear Sensei below him. Oh,
The audio is crucial here, especially when limited visibility. Hearing is everything.
Exactly.
I've gotten tons of kills at nighttime because I hear,
Prepper,
a twig crack and you just fire into the
I
darkness.
didn't think it would kill me. Oh my god! I dropped it today to test.
Can we get an F in chat for Sergeant Prepper?
I thought I'd be fine. I literally.
Prepper goes down to his own broken
Oh,
legs.
man. He couldn't take it anymore. Too many meds in his system. He just jumped. Big F indeed.
Oh my gosh.
Did Sensei
That
hear
is
the thud
absolutely
though?
horrible. Sensei definitely,
Sensei's
I feel
probably
heard
is-
something.
He's bewildered, He heard a groan, and now there's nothing. He's not gonna know what to make of this. He's gonna think somebody else killed him, and
Now, I do believe that Prepper got 2 mask placed before he died. He still has some points on the
Nice.
board because of that. So it's
That's
not
good, that's
totally
good.
for
I hope
naught.
the answer is
Yeah.
no.
And that's
Oh,
so
can we
crucial
get-
in these tournaments.
Can we get some oh no's in chat, please, and some F's for Sergeant Prepper? Pay your respects. Oh, you hate to see it.
It does look
No.
All right, looking over here at Dax and Sunny.
Oh my god, that took me a while to realize. Crap.
My Twitch got out.
Now, what do you guys?
Now, I
I
haven't
mean,
seen any-
I don't want.
No,
I was gonna say not opinions on whether or not somebody should use filters, but what do you think of kind of the coloring on Suds? I think it gives it kind of like a cool film noir
There's no competitor there.
sort of look to it a little bit. I've never seen that. That's cool to me. That looks neat.
Yeah, go ahead and answer. Yeah.
I dodged the
oh shit, I don't even know how to answer that. To be honest, I do think it's interesting. It looks pretty fucking cool.
I think it
it
aesthetically
actually really
it looks
looks
amazing. Yeah, aesthetically it looks amazing. Functionality though, I feel like the darks are a little too dark. If somebody's in one of those bushes or something like that, you're not gonna see them.
Well, that's what I was
I don't know
thinking.
how
And
I
if
feel.
when we saw there a second ago when he turned on his flashlight, it was
Oh.
almost like it just nothing beyond it existed because like the brights are so bright. And the
Yeah,
darks
and
Dax
are
and
then
Sunny are
once-
closing in on each other.
Once you pop a
Oh, here
PK,
we
it's
go.
like you're watching I Love Lucy, Like it's gonna be grained out for
Yeah.
sure.
This will
Killer
be
comes
interesting
running
to
at
see.
you and he's like,
I love that there's more like
So Dax and Suddy are both pushing over to this scav circle, this cultist circle over here. They might run into each other at the same time.
Yeah, I want to see somebody contest it. This would be interesting.
Rotations.
That moon is so bright on that water to Suddy's left. It is like a flashlight right now. Let's see what happens here. They're really close to each other.
Oh yeah, they're closing in. They're both along the shore.
This tall grass makes it rough.
Yeah, I'm feeling the tension now.
Oh, I think there's literally they're a bush away.
Oh, they are right next to each other right now.
Oh my gosh.
They are so. Oh. And this is 100% a cultist area. They have the cultist circle. Dax is making his move over here. Cultist could be here. This is a high spawn chance location for cultists on this map. Chad, they're right next to each other.
I don't know how they haven't heard each other yet.
Yeah.
Sonny may be mistaking Dax for a cultist. He hears him running. They're on top of each other.
Oh wow.
Oh, here we go, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Like right over here.
Oh yeah, they're getting ready. Here we go, boys.
Oh no! Dax here! Dax sees it!
And he misses! Oh my god!
What is happening?
Grenade went out.
I'm running.
Dax yelling, I'm running!
Right by what?
Oh
Screaming,
my
fuck
god!
you, not fuck you! Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh my
Did
gosh!
those shots not clear the obstacle in the way?
I don't think they did. I think that obstacle did catch that.
Oh,
I've had that happen with railings before too. Yeah.
Yeah, those railings absorbed all of those shots from Dax, keeping Suddy safe for the most part. I can't tell if his armor took a little bit of damage or not. Dax, though, definitely hurt.
Shit, okay, this is interesting.
It's like
Dax took no armor damage here, though.
There's like close lines next to it.
That's nutty.
Oh, close
This is
line.
not the way I wanted to find out it was called.
Oh my.
There's also a player here.
Those that I feel. I mean,
Here.
it's entertaining when the fights don't end in an instant, right? So I'm glad we get to kind of see this cat and mouse play here. But you got to feel for Dax. Those shots, like he had him dead to rights, you know. And unfortunately, just not enough clearance.
Okay, thank you.
He really did, and it's one of those situations now where we get to see how are they going to maneuver around each other, how are they going to listen, how are they going to play. Is the black and white for Suddy going to come into be a hindering factor here, or is this going to be his advantage to win?
And in this situation, are you going to be staying quiet, moving less, making less noise, or are you just trying to make a play, and that's when you're shift W? And what would be, Bunny? What would be your play there?
I mean, personally, for me, it's one of those situations where we know that getting aggressive in Tarkov has the advantage most of the time. Being the one that when you know where somebody's at, you push them. That way you have that advantage. But because of the map that we're on, getting lit up. Not even returning fire. Look at those shots. Suddy's reacting and he goes down. I don't think Suddy died to Dax, though.
What did he die from?
Oh my god.
No.
Because Dax was in a backwards run.
No.
I don't believe that.
No.
Dax knows something's going on.
Was that a cultist or just a regular scav, or was that a player? Oh,
that's insane.
I didn't get a chance to see. That happened so quick. I saw Dax on the retreats, and then Suddy went down.
So they're not going to be at
Died to a cultist. Wow.
I'm pretty sure it was a cultist. I am pretty sure that's a cultist. Yep, that is 100% a cultist.
Seizing the opportunity. That's insane.
Well, you know what that means, though? As long as the other two, or as long as Sensei doesn't die on the other side of the map, when he gets over here, he's going to have to fight the cultist to drop his mask.
I'm hoping I naded a couple of.
Chat's saying that Dax is poisoned by the
Dax
cultist.
is poisoned. Did he get hit?
How did we miss that?
That's what. That's what chat is saying. I'd have to take a look at his health screen here. I can't. Oh, he
Did
took
take
the
the
antidote.
antidote.
Someone's saying.
That was a smart choice. Remember, you're allowed two
so tanky.
two
I didn't realize
injectors,
they were that
and
tanky.
being on this map, bringing an antidote, that is amazing. That is a great call for one of the injectors being an antidote.
That's like 500 IQ right there.
Circle, and then we'll go
2 stems, not injectors. That's correct. 2 stems.
back one.
Because remember, morphine is considered an injector, but it's not a stimulant.
There we go. That's a plan.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh my gosh.
Mid one and then get the one by.
Dude, these cultists are so fucking sneaky. It's insane.
I had no idea they were even active on this raid until just this instant. That's crazy. Now the question is, were they waiting, or did they just happen to spawn at that inopportune moment for Suddy?
Well, with the way
I'm
that
not
scabs
sure on that
work-
one. That's crazy.
I mean, with the way the cultists normally work, I'm pretty sure they were sitting around waiting. I think they spawned probably closer to the water side over by the church, and that's just where they were at. And they don't really aggro too much until you either shoot at them or you get within range of them for them to really get mad.
Yeah, they're fucking evolving. That's terrifying.
Yeah, since they still has to head over there.
Well, the fact that we didn't need, like, none of us knew it was even there. That's horrifying.
Yeah, yeah. And now what you're saying, the AI is waiting to third party us in the most opportune time to ambush? Like, fucking A, man. Get me out of
What's
woods.
the next? It starts ordering, like, Amazon packages to my house or some shit. Like, well, come on, Nikki, right? Give us a break, man.
Oh, man, sending you little balls of hair and shit? Oh, man, these cultists are crazy.
Why am I hurt?
How to be alpha male books and shit.
So it does look like Dax managed to drop his mask
Unless cultists can follow
before all of that unfolded, so he just has to drop his other 2 masks. Looks like Sensei's taking the wide route. He's all the way over at Extract right now. How many? Has Sensei dropped 2 masks now? Or is he went up on the mountain and dropped the second mask?
No,
Picking
he's
up the
dropped one
scab kill.
currently.
I mean, slow playing, it might be a good call here.
Oh, man. It's going to be interesting to see their game plan from here on out. Because the thing that we forget about so much, especially during the battles, is that there are other PMCs on this map that are not competitors.
We'll find out after.
Exactly.
And they are still around.
Time.
And if they're watching what's happening in this raid, imagine them coming across what we just saw.
Yeah. They just see a bunch of scabs in the woods with their fist in the air, like, hold.
You can say that, I guess.
Yeah, dude.
Now, here's the thing. Dax is moving up to a very interesting overlook spot for him to go ahead and drop his mask. But if he looks to the left and kind of waits a second, he could possibly see something down on that ridgeline below. And that is where Sensei Scab is. Looks like Dax is contemplating, can I Billy Goat this and make these jumps? You can't. Please don't. You can go around. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
It would be the second time we've seen it. This raid.
Right.
There you go. There's the path that you were looking for. Oh!
Not a fan of this.
You're making me nervous.
Kind of light over here.
We trained for this. Let's go.
I played too much Super Mario as a kid. Platformers don't scare me.
Not made perfect. I suck. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, maybe platformers would scare us a little bit more if your legs broke when you made too big of a jump like this. Dax moving
That
up
would be an
to
interesting
this
mechanic.
location, dropping his
Grumble's
mask.
favorite extract is manhole, for sure. Now, confirmed.
Dax looking and realizing that 2 masks have been dropped up there.
Yeah, he still is.
Yeah, I guess at this point in the raid, if you don't see a mask when you go to drop yours, you know to be extra cautious.
saying, hey, let me see if Sniper Scav is still up. Going ahead and pick up a couple
There
of
you
extra
go.
points. Might as well, since I'm up here. Really good call. Going to lay down and see. Now, I don't know about this at nighttime. You have to worry about thermal users, and they are going to be checking up here a lot. What do you guys think about
it's definitely a
sitting
tricky
here?
spot to be in.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I jumped the gun on that one. It's a tricky spot to be in. I was up here the other day. We were trying to do shooter-born, and there was 3 of us up here, and it still was not. I didn't feel safe.
Oh, he sees somebody taking shots. Just
Scav
Scav, just tanking those bullets. He doesn't care. He's like, oh, can I have another one? Are his shots going high?
Man.
What?
Place there.
What is his sight scoped at right now? Is he
6
like,
inches?
what is his range on that? No, what's his range on the scope set to? And it looks like Sensei Scav saw him up there. Ooh.
Oh, this should get interesting.
Time. 12.
He saw the NVGs glowing up there and saying, hey,
Oh, wow.
somebody's up there. And that's what I was talking about. You're really exposed, more so at night than I feel in the day. Does Sensei say to himself, hey, I need to get these masks placed. I don't want to deal with this and just keep moving and not worry about it? Or does he say, hey, that's a PMC. That's some big points. You know, you have to weigh those options here.
I think
like he's
I would
saying
be
no.
at this point. I'd be going for the objective, and then I'd be maybe. I'd look and see how many masks are there. Okay, if there's none, then he's got to come here. Maybe I just kind of hang out for a few minutes and see what happens. Otherwise, you know, I would probably get the objective done and then go from there.
Yep, and this is, as Tarkov reporter saying in chat, is this the Voodoo versus the Baladay? 100%. Sensei using the better sight right now.
That's a bold statement, Cotton.
I'm about to start a fight in chat.
Boys, we all know the superior sight is the laser sight.
Dax picking up a lot of points down here, just murdering scabs, getting so many. Moving over to drop the last mask also. Dax is in a really good position in this map right now.
Risky move. Assume I'm the only one over
Now this is where it's going to get interesting for Sensei Scav.
Like, would imagine that one of my enemies would.
Now there's a lot of time left for them to drop these and get out. Remember that the battle mods are keeping close eyes on all of the time. They're the ones keeping track. What we're seeing may not be totally accurate for that time frames, but the battle mods are absolutely amazing about keeping track of these timers. They've got this covered.
Remember,
guys, get some love for the battle mods. Let's get those battle mod emotes
Much
in
love
the
for the
chat.
battle mods.
And remember, yeah, these guys is
Except
put
for-
in their
except for
spare
Brian.
time and they work hard.
Love you, Brian.
And Sensei is where there are cultists active that we've confirmed, so I'm curious to see what happens here. Maybe he'll be engaged by them, or
He's not quite there yet. This is that new little housing area. He's still got a little bit of ways to go. He has to go past the new car extract over here. And then a little bit further, there'll be a rock, a ridge, and then he'll be in the old fishing village. And that's where the confirmed cultists are. It's a very scary place to be, and I'm worried about him.
and he doesn't know the cultists are here.
Time being, it looks like Paydex is here.
Wait, how am I the only one?
Making the
And he gets the
observation
last
that
mask
paid
down
extract
next.
dudes. Dax getting that last mask down, saying, hey,
I know 3 of them.
I'm done. It's just points. So now here's the question that I'm going to pose to you, Doc. You've gotten all your masks done, like Dax. You do get extra
Apparently I
points.
was the only one to do 2
for
of them that I know of.
On the woods, you get the
So
oh no, I'm sorry, there are no extract bonus points on this one. It's just the 5 points for a bonus. So do you just go crazy here? Do you go ham? And do you say, hey, I'm going to rack up as many points as I can get?
I think so. At this point, you know, you're screaming yay for murder and you're going for those kills.
Isn't that how everybody plays?
Oh, you know, I can't vouch for everybody. I tend to YOLO it a lot myself.
Yeah.
A little bit of information on Sensei here. He's been playing Tarkov for a very long time. He's got a lot of hours in it. He definitely knows his shit. He's sitting with the highest KD ratio out of the competitors at this moment, sitting at 7.31 and a 60% survival rate this wipe. Absolutely amazing. Sensei is an amazing Tarkov player and great competitor. I like seeing him in these tourneys.
Okay. Perfect. So do you guys think when you see NVGs on another player, do you think that's going to be a dead giveaway right now for that it is another competitor? Because how many times have you personally ran a night raid, killed another PMC, and they have no NVGs on?
That happens quite often out on Shoreline. People not wearing NVGs, going through resorts.
Man, or it was.
Ooh, Dax just murdering a two-man? Just hanging out
like
in the open?
Nothing.
Just like it's nothing. Just, hey, what's up?
That was crazy. He was like the dad that just caught him smoking doobies, man. That's insane.
Oh my god. Could go for one of those right now. I'm in Canada, guys.
All right. So they do get if they get all 3 masks dropped and extract, they get the 10 bonus points. So that's something that they've got to think about. So they do need to extract for those 10 bonus points. They get 5 per item. So does that change your game plan knowing that now? Like, hey, I've got all 3 masks dropped, so I've got the 15 points for that. There's another 10 points that I could get for just getting out now. Do I get out? Grumbles, what do you think? Does that change for you?
I had a feeling someone would be around this area.
Yeah, at this point, I would say I've been in this raid a long time. You know, depending on what I've done, if I've gotten those masks done, I know I've gotten a couple of those kills. I'm just gonna cut my losses. I'm gonna get that extra 10 points because it is a lot of points at the end of the day. The score is so close, and you know, 2 of their competitors are already dead. They don't know that, but that 10 points, you know, that puts them in a huge advantage over those guys.
Yo, what's up, Tinky?
10 points is 10 points. I mean,
exactly. Did Sensei get his match dropped and did not encounter the cultist there?
No way, exactly.
Interesting.
They know not to mess with their teacher.
I swear, man, it's the Tarkov Prime suit.
Sensei getting that scab luck, just running in, dropping the mask, running out.
Yeah. I think the cultists looked into his eyes and were like, "No, fuck that, fam. I'm not messing with him."
Yeah, Sensei scaring the
What,
cultist
you mean
off
the
with
abyss?
that look. 5 minutes left on the timer. Dax's points have been updated based off of those PMCs and tags. 8 scabs, 1 extract, sitting at 43 points. Beautiful.
Oh, Dax. A little bit of
Dax
heartbreak
sitting-
on that first run, not coming in at as many points as I think any of us had assumed. But now, 43, that's formidable. That's a good amount.
43 points, sitting on the lead now, I believe. So it'll be interesting to see how we see sitting over Prepper by 2 points.
Get me out of here.
And that's
And
what
just
we were
yelling,
talking
"Get me
about
out of
earlier.
GG's.
Like the points, you know, you could be 20 points above your opponent. You could be 30 points, but that differential could be made up so fast. And that's exactly what we were talking about.
Still a lot of tournament left.
I mean, I don't remember what the standings were exactly, but I know a couple guys had like 11 or 19. And now look at this. We got some 30s. We got 40s. Like that's a huge point run.
Oh, that shot was disgusting.
That shot was beautiful.
Just ragdolled into his knees.
Vasion saying Daxity's the only one to extract all maps so far. GG's, Dax.
GG's, Dax holding that record. That is
Dax.
amazing. Oh, please, no,
I'm
Sensei.
performing here on the battles.
Messing with the timer.
Let's go.
If someone kills me here, and they can't
He does
take
have
the
eyes
video,
under
Making a
there.
strong show.
they don't
He
do
does. Going full screen with that green, that was something. See, that shot
I
would
gotta
not
say-
have been possible with a Valde. Exactly, Walker.
Oh,
No, that's not true.
the shot would have been quicker with a Valde. Just saying.
The shot would have
I
Sensei
may be
taking
one
the
of only
longest
people who got out with the
extract.
extra points.
Oh,
But it looks like the most effective extract.
At mark circle.
Sensei saying, hey, I think I may have been the only one to get out with the extra point. Oh. What an amazing battle.
Mask, though I hit the first 2 close
We saw
ones.
a little bit of everything on that one. We saw Sergeant Prepper absolutely destroying his legs and body
28 points.
with that jump. We see that little mini battle between Suddy, and that was good stuff. I didn't know that the cultists were going to sneak their way in there and try to third party, man. Sneaking their way into a little threesome that wasn't warranted. What do you guys think?
Exactly. Yeah, that was a situation that. Yeah, you just can't plan for a situation like that, especially because they were fighting so much around that area already. They held it, they were in there, and then all of a sudden, there's line of sight just crossed where those cultists were, and it activated them, and they said, "Hey, it's murder time." Oh man, guys!
I like to think that the scavs. I like to think they were sitting there like this the whole fight.
Just hanging out,
and then just dead.
yeah, 100%.
Oh no, dead.
Guys, what an amazing, absolutely amazing round that we just saw by them. Points coming up on the board. Wow. Look at this. Look how quickly this changed. Look at that jump. Dax,
and that was one raid.
One raid changed the points that much. Dax sitting at 55,
insane.
Sensei 45, Sergeant Prepper going with 41, and Suddy at 11. Guys, there's still so much to go. This even with how much of a lead, and behind Suddy is right now, that doesn't matter. It is absolutely all about put your foot to the pedal, just floor it, and just keep going forward. And we can see, as we saw yesterday, so many points can be gained, especially in the next few maps. Oh, man. So, Doc, I've got to ask you, what was your favorite moment from that raid? I'm curious because there were a lot happened, so I'm interested.
There's so much. I'd have to say the battle over there at the where the cultists were. That was crazy. I mean, I was sitting here and I was super quiet because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's happening. I didn't know what happened. Starting off with that shot that got ricocheted from that object or that piece of wood or whatever. We thought that was going to be a headshot for sure. Dax going down. The fact that it didn't play like that, it was a roller coaster, man. I just went on that ride.
Exactly. Grumbles, what are your thoughts?
I mean, look, we all loved that fight. That fight was a classic. I mean, I think, center stage right there, that was a highlight. But definitely a close second, I would say, just to kind of get a little more perspective, would definitely be Prepper doing the high dive. I don't know. I don't know quite what happened there, but I'd say 3 out of 10 on that one, judges.
Right there. Yeah. I was gonna say 3.5. Let's go.
Exactly. Oh man. Yeah. For me, honestly, it's those situations exactly. That right there was probably one of the most prime examples of Escape from Tarkov. You're in a fight with somebody else, another PMC, and then all of a sudden you get third-partied, whether it's by another PMC, whether it's by a scav, whether in this case it's by the cultists that don't exist, whatever it is, you get into those situations and you just never know what's going to unfold. That fight, and what's amazing about that fight especially, is that fight could have 100% gone Suddy's favor in a heartbeat. If Suddy had been the one that didn't get aggroed by the cultist, and it was Dax that got aggroed, that fight could have been an entirely different fight for Suddy in that split second.
And that's what I was so thrown off by, because we saw Dax retreating. He was hurting. I think he had just a little bit of his torso left, no legs. He's on the run, and I thought that was going to be the end of Dax. And then we turn around and see I see Suddy with a black screen. Completely missed what happened. Like, it just happened so quickly. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
that could have. That was nuts.
Yeah, and then it's that unpredictability. That's what I like about Tarkov.
Yeah, and that's absolutely amazing. It's one of the best aspects of it, guys. And also, the one thing I also want to point out is the amazing battle mods that we have with us today. We have 2 amazing head battle mods, Garlum and Brian, both of them in chat. Show some love to those. And then the other battle mods that we have today, helping out their competitors, they're absolutely amazing. We've got for Suddy, which is actually this is a point of contention for me right now, because you understand Suddy's battle mod today is Preppy. So Preppy Emo Ninja is Suddy's battle mod. Now Needy Beach, who is Sensei Scav's battle mod, has been Suddy's battle mod the past 2 battles. So is Needy the lucky battle mod? Is Needy the thing that's going to cause this to happen?
If I ever compete, I'm gonna have to slide into Needy's DMs there. You know?
What's up, Needy? How's it going? I got a large double coming your way, bud.
Ooh,
but there you go. But Preppy Emos for Suddy, Needy for Sensei. Boosh is Daxity's, and Iron Fist is Sergeant Preppers. Guys, show them some love. They are amazing. I love all of them. They seriously, they put in so much work. They volunteer their time for this, guys. Get them some love. So we do have a couple more maps coming up. We know that all of their maps, their favorite maps, is Shoreline, right? Suddy's favorite weapon is the HK. Do you guys still feel like that's a valuable weapon, even like with the changes? Do you think HKs are still good?
I think we haven't seen them very much valuable.
A better M4 is a better M4. I mean, you know.
All right. Well, let's go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I was noticing, you know, you were saying they all love Shoreline, but Sensei, his favorite weapon, personal favorite of mine, is the SR-25. I don't think it gets enough love in the game. I want to see a little more love from it.
All right. Well, it looks like we are going to be loading into our next map. It is going to be Shoreline Resort Recon. Doc, go ahead and take this away.
All right. This one was a lot of fun to watch yesterday. I'm excited to see what happens on this one. Shoreline Resort Recon. I mean, there's so much going on. And again, like I said with the last one, it's gonna drive the competitors into singular locations where we might see some fucking action. It's gonna be amazing. The objective group raid, where each PMC is tasked with placing a recon item in specific places and collecting bonus items. PMCs will have 60 seconds to separate before the raid is declared hot, and killing each other is allowed. Rules: starting loadouts. Any loadout they want. 3 flash drives, 2 Wi-Fi cameras, 2 stims max, 2 grenades max. Of course, what's not allowed is the grenade launcher Mark 18. Reap flares tier 7s run-throughs. We got our point spread, and you'll see the different parts here that they'll have to place those, and the bonus items that they'll be looking for. And they're actually loading in right now, so we're going to go ahead and take a peek at that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see, because this is going to be super interesting. Seeing as this is all of their favorite maps, letting them spread out here, seeing if they are going with their favorite weapons. Sergeant Prepper definitely rocking his. I believe Sensei Scav still...
What's that?
I think Sensei Scav has a M4?
Yeah, it looks like an M4 or an HK.
Because I got every opponent.
Yeah, because he does have
seems
that.
Like nobody got the
ahead.
God spawn, which is interesting, but it definitely looks like 2 of them at least, 2 or 3 spawned swamp area, and I think we're about to have something happen together. Right here.
They all spawned in
right,
together.
Right. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Holy moly!
That's okay. Yeah, they all.
Oh my god!
They all spawned in together. They are working on getting away from each other. It looks like Daxity is changing some settings. I like what Dax does at the beginning. He doesn't move too far away from the spawn. He kind of just lets everybody else run. He gets into his own position here. Sensei Scav betraying me, putting that Valde on.
Good.
You guys think that's
Sensei Scav, you are now my new favorites. Suddy and Sensei rocking the Team Valde. I like to see it.
Raid is now hot. Suddy bringing my favorite, the M1A in. I like this. I like this choice. Dax going back with that MP7. And I have not seen Sergeant Prepper stop pressing the Shift W key, so I have no idea. Oh, he's got an MDR more than likely, right? Yeah, he's got an MDR, right? We know that.
He's got to be rocking it.
For that reason.
And you know what? I gotta say, I mean, they're fairly spread out. This is interesting. It's not like they all rushed a singular point. They all have their own game plan in mind, and I'm really, really curious to see how they execute it.
I think it might be smart that Sergeant Prepper is actually getting into Resort right off the bats. That might play out into his favor.
Now I think
Well, the
Scav
last
hears
thing you
somebody
want is
near
to get-
him.
Scav's on my left. I thought I heard movement behind me.
Oh, fighting
Audio's
already
everything.
inside of the resort.
As much as I don't want to fight right here, right now.
Is that Prepper going down
we missed
already?
it.
There was the shots
I'll be
killing
right back.
He's
Prepper.
down. I was just saying too how it might be in his benefit, and he ends up dying. GG,
Oh,
Sergeant
no.
Prepper.
Heavy, heavy
Wonder if
ears.
Sanitizer
To a
is-
player.
Getting killed by
I was going
third party,
301
another
to drop the
PMC
computer
on
and
the
jump
map.
down to get.
Now we know there is another player in there that's not a part of this group that they're going to have to contest.
Now, Suddy heard those shots. Suddy is super close in this area. Where is he going to just go straight to admin, drop his stuff there, and then try to play it smart? This is Suddy's favorite map. I've run this map a lot with Suddy. Me and Suddy duo quite often on this map, and I'm excited to see, you know, what he's going to bring. He knows this map in and out.
Suddy could be a beast on this map. I've dived to him numerous times on here as well, and seen how he's played things. And man, he just gets into this zone where he knows every inch of this, and he's very hard to go against.
Real quick.
Now, how do you feel about him making this?
Areas. Sorry, buddy.
No, you go right ahead, Grumble. It's perfectly fine, buddy. Go right ahead.
Like I said, I'm Canadian. As soon as I realize I'm cutting somebody off, I'm like, no.
Anxiety.
I was gonna say resorts definitely. Resort's definitely one of those places where like it really helps to have map knowledge because there's just so many tight corners, there's so many doorways, there's the little peek holes in the floors, like it's just the windows, like I can keep going and going. You gotta know your angles, you gotta be aware of your angles.
100%.
Now, Suddy does know this map 100%. I'm very curious about his pathing here, though. So he went straight to admin, and then after admin, he's decided to rotate over to east. He went ahead and dropped his second flash drive. You could tell he was at 107, and there was an urge for him so hard to unlock that door and check for a LEDX. Every part of his body was screaming at him, and we can see it saying, "Unlock me." There's two LEDX.
I felt it.
One thing I love about Suddy's gameplay, especially on Shoreline here in Resort, he's very fluid. He just kind of goes with whatever variables are thrown his way, and he's going to move super fluid no matter what happens. And you don't see that very often. You get people that have certain comfort zones that they're going to stick to, and they're not going to go outside of that. With Suddy, this whole map is his comfort zone, and it shows.
There are so many explosions happening right now around the map.
Which is a bonus item out of PCs.
Oh, shots coming in.
We heard the
crack. Oh, the Suddy grenade coming up.
Pathway. Oh, they know he's up
there.
there.
You can see the grenades flying up. He is being mortared right now.
This is a fucking red zone.
Sensei over here, cool, calm, and collected while this is happening around him. Look at this. He's just like, man, I'm okay. I'm good. Don't worry. Sensei rocking admin just saying, you know what? I'm loving my life right now. I'm good. You guys fight it out. Looks like Suddy.
I gotta say, that just sounds so sexy. Okay, my jeans just got tight every time he pulls the trigger.
Yeah, M1 is one of my favorite guns in this game. It looked like he hit a headshot, but with that railing and that fence, you never know. It could definitely deflect the bullets.
I killed that guy in one hit.
I've been screwed by that fence.
Time.
Chat a little confused about Doc's statement there. They're like, oh, okay.
Chat usually is confused about everything I say.
Two-man!
No!
Oh.
No. Suddy,
that's what happened to
down
CQB
to
weapon
a
is
two-man.
Everything.
Oh
no.
Specifically stating that using a CQC weapon there, close quarter combat weapon, is
Chad's rockets. What are the chances I didn't kill?
Good fight, Suddy. Good fight.
Good fight. So that's one of the concerns that you have to have when taking a longer weapon, such as an M1, into the actual resort, is that your gun could get stuffed. He should have dropped that guy a lot earlier, but getting his gun stuffed like that made it way more difficult. What do you think about Dax's play here?
And let's give
it's interesting.
a little bit of time to fight it out.
Yeah, he's definitely. It doesn't look like he has a mind to play the objective for this map too much just yet.
Tense.
Like, it's more of like he wants to be last man standing, you know? Let everybody fight it out in resort, and he'll be last man standing, kind of mop up kind of thing.
Only one objective.
Did he hear somebody run across the boat? Because he's watching it
Yeah,
pretty.
Someone's gonna try to get.
He's hunting. It sounds like he's hunting somebody around this area. He heard something, and he's just trying to get into a fight.
I don't want nothing to do.
I hate this boat. Every time I go across it, I get shot at coming back.
Since we got that spawn,
It's inevitable. I never go to Scab Island.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
Find it right there. Oh no, his gun is on single. He thought it was almost dropped him.
Oh,
that's what'll get you.
Losing his mind.
Oh my God! Just single shot him with an MP7. Can we get some code browns in the chat? I mean,
That isn't inspiring.
Oh.
Player straight up doing the shoulder lean the whole time, man. It was insane. That could have been bad. That could have been bad.
Oh my God, that could have gone so bad. You can see his helmet took a pellet from that shotgun blast.
God.
Wow.
That was awkward.
That was very awkward for everyone involved, but it worked out for you.
We can't talk about this, all right? Nobody saw anything.
Dax, we're never going to talk about it. There's no evidence of it at all, okay?
Yeah.
You're good, Dax.
You were not on full screen to everybody right now. Nobody saw that at all. You're good.
Definitely not.
Don't worry about it.
Definitely not getting clipped and sent everywhere already.
That was horrible.
Definitely not going to give him shit about it later. You're good, Dax. You're
Let's see
safe.
if we can scout out the cottage. Find someone over.
And I love it. He has that moment, and he's just 100% moving on. Now, Sensei Scab did say earlier, hey, see what Scab's doing here. Sensei Scab did say earlier, I'm not going to go near any of that fighting that just happened at Resort. I don't want any part of that. I'm just going to do my game. I'm going to play it the way I normally play, nice and slow and methodical. Do you like the way that these two guys are handling it? I mean, it's obviously working for them.
It is. It is.
I
like how they're just the cool, calm demeanor of it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, if you know you're in a situation where you can use the entirety of the raid time, like it's different when you're doing a different set of rules where you just kind of power through as much as you can. But when you know everyone gets to make use of that entire timer, why not sit back a bit, you know? Go for the smart play, get those extra points, and I think what they're doing is the right move.
Exactly. I think they're really trying to follow, you know, Will's plan from yesterday, and I think he had the best plan. So kind of in his shoes, running that similar plan. And I'm just gonna keep saying plan over and over, but I think it's a good plan.
Yeah, it's a simple plan. You know, maybe the band. Simple plan.
I'm just a kid.
So yeah, I think I like the choice that Sensei's having here, but my only concern about it is player scavs. So you're going to wait later, and then you're going to have a bunch of player scavs swarm it, trying to pick up those little bits and pieces that are left all over the map, like scavs do. But do you think Sensei Scav's luck of being, you know, the Sensei will save him from those scavs?
No sight.
I've seen it save him before. I wouldn't doubt that it you know, they went up to him, they bowed into submission, and I think he'll be covered.
I don't know, man. A Sith will overthrow his master, and I kind of feel like Scavs are the same way. So, you know. Oh,
what? Oh no!
Dax!
Dax going down.
I'm pretty sure that was Scav.
I think that was Sensei Scav.
Never mind.
He took so many rounds.
No, they're not in the right area.
No.
Got it.
Billy Mays both. Okay, third party.
Billy Mays here. Sent him back to the
For
lobby.
a second.
Sorry, Dax.
Yeah,
Dax.
I thought I saw
man.
the power station on. No.
No, unfortunate. BP.
Dax should have bought what he was selling. It would have made everything a lot easier. You never go against Billy Mays.
Yeah.
No, especially when he's a ghost. God, he got silver bullets.
That was our. Yeah, and that was our leader. That was our competition leader going down right there. So this gives
room for movement here.
This opens the door for Sensei Scav. Because Sensei Scav is sticking at second right now, or sitting at second, 14 points behind. This gives him pure opportunity to take the lead here. Let's see how he's going to keep playing this.
Any steps on wood?
I'm not going to lie, I heard the dog bark on his stream, and I was like, wait, did BSG add dogs to this cottage?
That would be terrifying.
Because if you go to the back wall on this map, you can hear dogs barking along the back wall over there by Mountain Extract.
Wait, you can? You can hear dogs barking?
Yeah.
Why am I just finding out about this?
Yeah, so if you follow the back wall over there, I am not messing with you. If you go over there by the checkpoint on the back wall by there, you will hear dogs bark. Unless they've removed it, but that is
brought to you
always
by viewers like you. This knowledge is nuts.
Yep. So you can hear dogs barking near that, and I was like, wait, BSG, are you adding dogs barking other places? Garlo asking Doc, where have you been?
I actually just started this game this wipe, you know, so everything's new to me. I definitely haven't been playing this for almost 3 years. I'm brand new.
Definitely.
But and you know, that's the thing about this game, and that's what I love is people like us that have been playing for 2.5, 3 years. There are still times that we find something new, and we're just like, wait, you can do this? I didn't know that was
want to know what I realized? I only realized this wipe is that when you like double click on something and it opens the window that you can drag and resize it. I had no idea that you could do that because I never tried to do it.
Wait. Really?
Yeah. I never tried to like, wait, are you saying, wait, really? Like I didn't know that or you didn't know that?
Yeah, like you didn't. No, like you're talking about when you're dragging. Okay.
Like when you double click in the inventory when you double click something. Yeah, I didn't know you could. I didn't know you could like literally like reshape the window like you could any Windows application or something. Like I didn't know you could do that. I always just assumed this is how big it is. And then one day I think I clicked it the wrong way and I was like, holy shit! Yeah. No, I know you could move them. I knew you could move them. I didn't know you could like resize them.
Resize them, yeah. I don't know. To me, it was just always one of those things where it's just like I just grabbed it and did it, and it was like I never thought about it. So like, and that's another thing that we always have to remember too, especially as casters or players, especially when it comes to new players, and even us and learning things. It's one of those situations where it's like we take for granted a lot of the knowledge that we know, and it's like, oh yeah, you didn't know that, but it's always one of those things where you've got to remember we've all been there. We didn't know any. I mean, everybody has brought a gun with the wrong ammo in it. At least
there's
once.
times like, I've been playing this for a while, but I feel like almost every time I play this, I learn something new about something. Whether it's about a map, a certain area, something that I probably didn't notice before, maybe just walked by. Tarkov's learning curve, it's like lifelong learning. You know what I mean? Like, can you really know everything there is to know about Tarkov?
Yeah,
true.
Exactly. And that's one of the best parts about this game also is that it's ever changing. So even though things may be one way today, in a week they could be entirely different. We see that from wipe to wipe. We see that from just update to update. The things that change constantly. And that's the best part, and that's one of the things that keeps this game from becoming stagnant. So many of us love this game. It's always fresh. We can run these maps hundreds of times a day and still find new stuff. So I love it.
Exactly.
Yeah, Tarkov, I mean, obviously there's always going to be hotspots. There's always going to be metas to video games. It's just the inherent nature of them. But Tarkov is a pretty dynamic game. Like, you can literally take a fight anywhere. You can play a map 1,000 times and just have a fight somewhere you've never fought before, or take a route you never really took before. Like, it's such a dynamic game. I like it.
Sensei over here taking a look, trying to see if there's any scavs, looking for bodies. He's got 14 minutes left, about 15 minutes on the clock. Is this the point that you think he's going to start moving up to the resort to get these things placed, or what? Go ahead and...
oh, sorry, what was that?
What do you think, Rob?
Sorry, what was the question?
No, not a problem. Do you think this is the point where... Oh, you're perfectly fine. He's got 14 minutes left on the clock. Do you think this is the point where he's going to start making his way up to resort, or do you think he's going to wait till the last minute?
Yeah, I've still got to place quite a few.
I mean, if you don't have that rock passage extract open, it's still a long run. So I think if I was him, I would be running up to that resort. But who knows? It seems like he doesn't want to play that. He might be going down to check the docks here.
Well, especially once you get to resort, you have the possibility of getting contested, and that how long is that going to bog you down into a firefight where you're having to hold a corner?
Oh, Scav running to his left. Yep. Multiple scavs down here, just trying to pick up some scav points. It looks like.
Why
now here's the thing about it.
Excellent field of view because he is using a Valde, so good shit, Sensei.
Yeah, amazing scope, great picture, smooth. Not like that voodoo.
He probably would have only needed one shot on that first scab if he had that voodoo, though. So, anyways,
I don't think voodoos let you see through trees.
To go up to the resort, place those items, or
I still am very curious. I'm very
curious
about why he's going this way.
I feel like he doesn't feel confident. Like, not that he doesn't feel confident, just that in the current moment, he probably doesn't feel confident enough that resort is safe enough for him to expose himself in those areas. Because that rooftop, like, I mean, you're putting yourself out there. As we saw with Dax, was it, or was it Suddy?
Suddy was up top.
Suddy was on the roof. Yeah, okay.
What have I got left?
Yeah.
Sensei being carried by the Valde. Oh, Iron.
So, we do see Sensei, like, we got to remember, Sensei was already up at the resort. He went into admin. He heard all of the fighting, and he just said, nope, I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
I don't want any part of this. I'll be back later, guys. And it's working out for him right now, but the problem that we're going to run into is he's got 12 minutes left. It's about, I think, even with an SJ6, it's what, a 3-minute run, 2.5, 3-minute run from resort to customs extract, which I believe is their extract. If rock passage isn't open,
like out of breath when he's not.
That's what I was going to say. But the nice thing is, at least when you're on the roof. When you're on the roof and you're planting those cameras, you can peek down that way and see if you can see the smoke or not. So that could be something to look out for.
That's only if your LOD is up high enough. That's one thing a lot of players don't realize is they've turned their LOD down. They won't see that smoke unless they get closer. So I don't know about this. I feel like I'm worried about his time. That's my biggest concern at this moment is that time. Picking up another scav here? Going ahead and... Okay.
With the way these raids have been going, I feel like it's going to come down to, like, the most minuscule points. Like, did I kill that extra scav? Yeah, I did. I mean, the points are... They're all very close.
Not some puss boy, come on.
Yeah, I keep saying scav. It's part of the game, buddy.
11.
My 4-year-old's so funny, man. Everything he plays with a gun in it is, oh, I'm playing Tarkov. Yeah, I'm playing Tarkov.
That's awesome. I love it.
Oh,
you can hear Sensei Scav's battle mod. Sure. Sensei Scav's battle mod in his ear saying, hey, this is how much time you're at. Oh, Shotgun Scav, do not want to... Oh, wow. You do not want to get into a fight with this guy.
That's a butt
puncher right there. Oh, if you have...
Sensei... staying like calm and cool, keeping that same expression like he's looking into a fish tank, but you know he's ready to kill. I love it.
I am one of those people that a shotgun scav scares me sometimes more than a PMC with an Alton. It really is the scariest thing in this game. Oh, especially from range.
I can't tell you how many times. Yeah, because all it takes is like one pellet. One pellet smash you in the forehead.
That he's down there.
You're dead.
That makes me feel like.
At least though, the scavs don't have the KS-23 because always getting one tapped would absolutely suck.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
Those shrapnel rounds are disgustingly dirty.
Scav making a lot of noise going up those rocks. Any PMC that has contacts on or any kind of headphones inside of the resort is going to hear that. But I think he's a little bit I think he's a little bit too confident though that there's no PMCs left.
Who's this?
I think, and that's what's worrying me just a little bit. Is he's like, oh, I only have this much time left. There's this much time in raid. There's no way there's any.
Yeah, I'm
PMCs
stressing over the time for sure.
He's got 9 minutes.
I've been contested at extract points with 30 seconds left. So I don't ever doubt, like, you know, I don't ever think for a minute that I'm safe in this game. There's always somebody, you know.
Yeah. Since they're going ahead and popping an SJ6, saying to himself, okay, I need full stamina. Racking up a lot of points to close that gap for the leadership. Checking, seeing that a lot of places have been hit. That's given him some confidence. I really like this location where people are dropping this flash drive on first floor over here. This is a really good location that not a lot of people know about.
Yeah, I actually have never thought to look in that room, to be honest with you.
You just gotta drop the camera up there.
Correct.
I think I always just assumed that room was non-openable because I don't think I've ever gone close enough to it. You know, you kind of clear that corner left down the hallway and then push in.
Scav having full confidence that nobody's around, making as much noise as possible, making me very nervous.
Well, let's see if he goes for the drop onto the roof in front of him and bust through the windows and try and get in that way. Cut some time off.
Now he is going to run back down the metal stairs. He still needs to drop off one more flash drive and one more camera. Are you going to run across?
I think I heard wood. Well, because you never know, right? Some people play this game. They like to play this game really slow. They like to take their time, and those are the guys that get you when you get overconfident at the end of a raid.
Yeah, those are the guys that usually get me too, because I tend to play a little too aggressive, and it ends up biting me in the ass, especially in a place like Resort.
So many corners. So many corners.
I'm very worried about Scav's time right now. I mean, he's making up for it right here, but because of that, and because he's waited so long to do this, he does have to be a lot more aggressive. He does have to be a lot louder. So even a Scav that's got some GSSHs on himself can hear all of the noise that Scav is making.
What do you think about him using a locked door here? He knows this room is secure. He knows nobody's been in it yet. That's a pretty good idea, I think.
Ooh, nice flick there. I think that's a great idea. He's got a plan. I mean, he's the man with the plan. Using the locked door, I think it's a great idea. It's just you feel a little bit more safe. You're like, hey, I can hit this. I know I'm good.
Same corner. Well,
good idea
corner,
to
right?
check across. Dropping his next camera, and I believe that's his last item. He has dropped everything.
Nice.
Now it's just a full-on sprint.
6 minutes left.
Yep. Sitting with 6 minutes left. He's good. He's got enough time. His SJ, I believe, is still going. I can't tell.
Oh, I don't even think he needed it at this point.
Yeah, I think it was a really smart idea to pop it when he did.
It also depends on your skill levels for certain things too, right? Like, you know, not everybody plays the same way, so he might be able to run a bit longer than somebody else.
I'm not helping anybody's.
Yeah, like max endurance or
tournament.
Strength and whatnot.
So down eye evasion.
Yeah. So you can see that his negative effects from the stem are kicking in. So the SJ6 has worn off. He's getting that tunnel vision effect, and he's going ahead and healing up some damage that he just took.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens here as he makes his way towards extract.
5 minutes, 20 left.
Fucking Dave in the chat, man. Now all I can, every time I say, yeah, I'm just like, Dave.
Wait, what happened?
Because I keep saying yeah. Like I keep going, yeah. Like a great yeah. Word. I'll change it to that. It'll just sound like word. What's up, girl? What's up?
Now I know you're saying, and you can disagree with us at any point on anything, Grumble, and I understand that's a hard thing for you as a Canadian to do.
He's Canadian. You can't disagree. It's against his nature. Come on.
No, we can disagree. We just apologize.
We just apologize for the disagreement. Okay.
What were you gonna say? I can say what? Or what? What was I gonna?
Wolf stating, I have sprinted.
Oh, were you just saying in general?
got lost.
Oh, it's cool.
3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting lost in those eyes now that we can see them. Yeah. Yeah, all right. I'll just start saying it like that. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, just say
What's
just say
up?
it.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. What? Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yes. Yes, but no, but yes, but. Oh, fuck,
I like
man.
the passing.
Sensei have
I
another
like
stem?
Community.
I don't know. I mean, he may. I only saw him pop the SJ.
Last
But I
time
like
played here
I
on
like
this
his
map
passing here.
in Attorney, I died in Expo.
Oh, see, that's why he's being so cautious. Because he's specifically stating, last time I was in Attorney on this map, I died at Xville. He's just trying to double check and say, you know what? I want to make sure that this doesn't happen again. It's
That's
just
smart.
water,
I mean,
Brian.
right? Fool me once, shame on. What is it? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, fool me 3 times. Well, I'm just not going to get shamed again.
Yeah.
Fool me 4 times. Fucking desync.
Yep, exactly. Going ahead and checking for Scavs down here at checkpoint, trying to pick up a few more points before he extracts. I really like this. He's just utilizing all of his time. He knows he's here. He's ready to go. My only concern is him dying at extract again. Yeah, he has no idea if the other competitors are alive or dead. And with this much time left, there could be competitors closing in on him, and he's just having a day. He's just like, yeah, I'm good. I'm going to lay out in the road, take some shots without a care in the world.
I'm not sure.
It's not even
Again,
the
guys, make
competitors
sure to
either.
go check
It's
out all
other
these
PMCs
competitors.
too.
Daxity, Sensei Scav, Sergeant Prepper, Suddy. Go give them all a follow. Show them some love. These are not just awesome competitors for this tournament, but amazing streamers, content creators, and just good people. I had the pleasure of meeting Suddy at TwitchCon last year or the year before, and it was such a good time, guys. Go give them some
Could have
love.
gone better, people. Could have gone better.
And remember, a follow is free. Please go show them all some love. They are all absolutely amazing.
Amazing.
They're all absolutely amazing. Oh gosh, what did you guys think? What did you guys think there? Oh man, I love this shoreline map. I think the shoreline map is probably one of my favorites.
It's a fun
Every
one.
raid is getting better and better and better to watch.
Mhm.
Like everyone
Yeah,
they've
like
done
they're-
has been like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Mhm.
So,
They're hitting their groove. They're getting more comfortable, and we're starting to see that more now. You know.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, they really are, and it's just one of those things. It's like what we saw yesterday with Will. Will, when he started, Will Dez, his first couple of raids, he seemed a little apprehensive, like he didn't know his groove yet. And then when we got to this point, you just saw it. He was like, "Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I have a plan."
Yeah.
And he just went with his plan. And we see that with the competitors today, such as Sensei Scav. He went in. He was a little bit slower. I mean, he's in second. He had second for a lot of it, and he just said, "All right, there's stuff going on. I've got a new plan. I'm going to just leave. I don't want any part of this. I'm going to just go mosey around the map, get some scav kills, and
It's
do
a
what
good
I
call
need to."
too.
It really was
Definitely a good call.
Oh, let's go ahead and take a look at the brackets here, see where we're sitting at. Wow.
Huge
What?
jump.
It's still anyone's game.
Absolutely amazing. Sensei Scav sitting in the lead after that amazing run with 76 points. Second place is Daxity. The dark horse for me. I had no idea who Daxity was, but after seeing this gameplay, I am definitely going to go show some love over there. Sergeant Prepper
I'm excited.
sitting at third with 41, and Suddy sitting at 22. Now, here's the thing about this, too. These guys are not just competing for the win today. Whoever doesn't win, they still want to try to put as many points on the board as they can, because they are still competing for that wild card spot in the semifinals for Group D, E, and F. So,
that's a good
just
point.
because they may not have a lot of points yet does not count them out. They are still trying to get in it, still trying to get into that wild card. Man, that was I'm excited. I'm super excited about this last event too. Like, I just can't believe it. Like that was amazing. I'm pumped.
Yeah,
what about
I
you
mean,
guys?
I'm curious to see how they plan on covering this spread of points. You know what I mean? Like, what Suddy's gonna do, what his plan is. I'd be curious to see what their mental state is going into this next and I'm pretty sure last event of the night.
Yeah. And what about you, Grumbles? What are you thinking here?
Sorry, one second.
How do you
my
feel
little guys asking me.
No, you're perfectly fine.
Oh,
Now,
sorry.
this is interesting. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just gonna say I'm blown away. Like, I didn't know what to expect coming in. Like, I mean, I've hosted. This is probably my third time now, and each time it's the same. You come in and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna see some cool plays, but you're never prepared for what you see. And like, 22 points to 76 points, still a raid left. Like, that can be covered, and if Suddy can pull it off, I expect that this last raid is going to be interesting to see because everyone's got to lay it out on the line. This is like do or die.
Exactly,
Yeah,
it really truly is. It is the do or die map, and this is another one of those interesting maps because we aren't going to as it's the final map. They load in separately. They all load into their own map. Now that doesn't mean that there isn't the possibility that if they have the same server selected that they could run into the same maps. But it's one of those situations where normally they have their own map and it's just their gameplay. It's how they're going to play it, and with the objectives that they have and the bonus points that they can receive, a lot of distance can be closed. So I'm super excited. I mean, I think this, Suddy normally wins his first round every single time. So I will be seriously interested to see what he brings coming forward into this last map. Like he just says, okay, I know I need this many points. I need to stay in the entire time. I need to just do it. And then don't forget, because of this map, this is reserve. We get the magic horn extract, where so many pucker moments happen.
Yeah.
That adds an interesting dynamic to it that I love. One thing I want to point out too, for Daxity's performance tonight, this is his first time competing in the evasion offense. I think he's doing a stellar job. Still holding that strong 59 points. It's going to be interesting to see what he pulls off in the reserve, in this reserve one.
Yeah, Quality Plays is currently our wild card holder at 78 points after yesterday. So the goal that these guys are seriously shooting for, if they don't think that they can come back and catch enough points to win, is they are shooting for that 78 points. And it for some, I mean, that is a hard hurdle to go up. Like that's a lot of points, but I don't think it's impossible. I think they could still do it.
It's definitely a lot of ground to cover, but there's always a chance.
There's always a chance.
Well, yeah.
All right, chat. Go ahead, Grumbles. Yeah.
Sorry, I was going to say, especially when you don't, like, not only do you have a time constraint, but you have, like, an actual limit on how many raids you get. Unlike when you just keep cycling through. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. Don't forget, go over to the Evasion website over at www.evasion.gg. Before we get into the other map, I want to hit on this. Guys, this map is this website is absolutely amazing. So much great information. Keeps you up to date about all of the battles coming up, the battles that we're in, Season 4 challenges, lets you know everything that's going on. So we have the NA February, it tells you right here, February 12th through the 28th is going to be NA. EU will be the 12th through the 28th of March. And OCE April 2nd through the 10th. Keeps you up to date, lets you know exactly what we're going over and what to expect. Also, there is the amazing competitive team information, so that way you can see the great team over at Evasion. All of the people on the competitive team are crazy good. And last but not least, guys, make sure you go over to the merch store and pick up some amazing Evasion merch. These guys, this merch is absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to pick up a shirt and a hoodie. Great stuff. And remember, for the first week that is launched, from up until the 19th, get 10% off using code EVASION. Make sure when you get in, when you check out, you use code EVASION to get that 10% off. Oh man, guys, are you guys getting excited about this last map?
Oh, I'm super pumped.
Oh man, I am so excited about this last map. It is, Oh, Reserve's one of those. Okay, I'm curious, Doc. How do you feel about this map? And go ahead and take it away. Give us the info of what we're going to see here on Reserve.
I have to say that with this challenge right here on this map, I think it's one of the most dynamic ones. There's so many moving parts to it. It makes it very entertaining, a lot of fun to watch. Also a little stressful too, especially I can only imagine as a competitor going into this. PMCs are tasked with getting kills while in or on any of these buildings listed below. So that's that dynamic I was telling you about. Having to rotate these buildings and trying to get kills from them or in them. It adds something so different that you're usually not concerned about when you're just playing Tarkov. You're not worried like, oh, do I have to be in this building? Do I have to get the kill here? Now I got to move over to here. So it's a lot of fun to watch. But getting a kill while you are in or on one of these buildings will be worth 3 bonus points each. And this is how like Suddy can really make up some ground. This could play in his favor. An additional kill from the same building are only worth the base points. So you just want to get that one kill and then hopefully transition to the next one. Loadout, any loadout they want. 2 stimps max grenades. Same things are not allowed. There's the buildings listed below. It's like for knight, bishop, and pawn. It's either but not both. So keep that in mind. And there's the point spread as well, and extract bonus, double extract points if you activate and use the hermetic door. So that means you pull the button and you extract from it. And those would be some really good bonus points.
Yeah, and we've seen so many moments, especially last season, with the extract bonus points, where so many people had extracted. Suddy himself in this battle got into a very, very close call at that extract, and for those double points where he was getting lit up and managed to extract before dying. This is where we're going to see some really interesting plays. It'll be really interesting because this, to me, is one of those moments where, even though, yes, they do have a task that they're trying to accomplish. Yeah, where they have to, like, they have this task that they have to do where they're trying to get kills in these buildings. It's still their pure gameplay. It's still them. This is this is how they like to play. This is their game, and this is going to be like one of those moments where you're going to really see these competitors and their pure gameplay. So I'm super, super excited for this. I truly am. Doc, now, how do you feel about Reserve? Like, do you like this map or no?
I do very much enjoy playing on Reserve. There's a lot of great loot to be had there. I like doing it for money runs or if I'm just going and messing around.
They can hear you, and you're going to get me in trouble.
I forgot what I was saying.
No, that's okay. Go ahead.
Oh, one thing I was going to say, though, like what we saw yesterday, one of the other variables, the fog, when that fog set in and the sun was starting to go down, it made it nearly impossible to see anything. And trying to get kills from these particular buildings and spots can prove really challenging if the weather's not on your side.
Yep, exactly. It really can. So I'm going to be excited to see what kind of weather conditions, because we do know that Tarkov has a standard weather condition that most maps, when you load into them, should be on. But there are those possibilities where it's like, for some reason, the game just said, oh, it's supposed to be raining, but no, this is a sunny one today. So it will be interesting to see what weather dynamics they get. Now, it does look like everybody is getting ready to load in.
Whoa,
Rumbles, what's your
bringing out
feelings
the
on this
big
map?
guns.
Yeah, Suddy bringing out the big guns, saying, hey, I'm going.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He's looking damn good, I gotta say.
Showing off that new tattoo that he's got. Grumble, go ahead and tell me, what do you think about Reserve? Do you like this map? I think we might have lost Grumbles for just a second.
I'll stand in for Grumbles. Yeah, I think this map's really good, and
mic is turned off.
I think it's going to be a really good dynamic, you know, and we're about to see all kinds of good plays. How about you,
Tim Hortons? Don't forget that. You gotta throw Tim Hortons in there at some point.
I did forget. God, I love Grumbles so much. He's one of my favorites.
So I'm excited. Let's see. I'm hoping to see who's going to get in. Now, for me personally, Reserve has been one of those maps that I have a love-hate relationship with. I feel like this map is very geared towards scavs. I feel like this is one of the few maps that is extremely scav-oriented. Looks like Suddy is getting in right now, deploying. Let's see what happens, where he spawns. Ooh. Getting a really interesting spawn. He spawned inside of a building, inside of is this Queen?
Can you hear me now?
Yep, there we go. There's
there
Grumble.
he is.
Welcome back, Grumble.
Let's go. I had to stand in for you, Grumbles. I'm sorry. I butchered the accent,
No
though.
worries.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, Data Hoser. I'm sorry I missed it.
It's going to be tougher than I thought to...
Yeah, no, that's okay. We just made sure we said Tim Hortons at some point to get you covered. Looks like Sergeant Prepper is also in, spawning over there by the AES spawn. There is an AES that spawns underneath there. Not going to check for it, unlike Gingy yesterday getting two. Yeah, this is a really awkward spawn because you have people all the way to the right, about two teams that spawn over there. Ooh, we're fighting already near Suddy.
We get full raid time.
Suddy's saying, I'm going to go to the roof, see if I can't get sights on somebody. Now, this is one of my issues, though, is pushing out to the roof here. That leaves you super exposed. And you're going to say, hey, if somebody's up at domes and we know two teams can possibly spawn on top of each other at dome, it's going to put him into a really precarious situation of trying to fight these guys while they have the shot, suppressed shot.
Oh, wow.
He just hit the
jackpot. That was Black Knight.
Sergeant Prepper also getting into it. Got a lot of action going on.
Boy up there, yeah.
I want to get him from Queen.
Yes. Oh, I like Suddy's process here, saying, hey, we got one. I want to get the other one from Queen just so I can pick up extra bonus points. Oh, Prepper taking
a 3 extra bonus points. World War III happening there, Sergeant Prepper. Oh my God.
Yeah, Prepper taking a headshot there.
For everybody if you just die.
Oh my God, Alton saving his life, coming in. Look at that, 4 health left on his head.
Sweet.
Oh man.
Dying when I shoot them.
We all know that only Altons and the Rise Tees are the helmets that save you. Nothing else works. Don't wear a helmet. That is a good round moment.
What the hell was that? Has to be 2.
Seems that Suddy showing more skin is gonna work in his favor. I don't see why it wouldn't. You know, you never go wrong showing off the guns like that.
Fly up my sensitivity.
Suddy pushing back into the room that he spawned in, thinking that he heard somebody in here, throwing a grenade out, and just trying to check.
Now, without his dog tag, is he
we're gonna push that
the same as with it? I'm actually confused on that.
Hearing that communication between the competitors and their battle mods. Go ahead, Grumble. What's up?
I killed him from this building.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is like this is a really interesting map to end on. As you were loading in, I was listening to what you were saying, and it's I agree with everything you said. And like the objectives in this one being more kill based, it's really like a balls to the wall. Go through, murder everything you can, leave it all on the table, and I'm so excited to see it.
Bishop.
Yeah. Fun. And this is we're getting a really interesting view. Yeah, we're getting a really interesting look into how these players play. You can see Suddy is very aggressive, and then he finds a spot that he's going to check a bunch of angles from. He's going to move again, find a spot, check a bunch of angles from. He's very much about trying to get these bonus points and close this gap, if not win, to at least push for that wild card spot.
Out here in Texas, we don't play no chess. We play cornhole. All right.
Am I crazy or Suddy and Pepper right next to each other?
Now they are in their own map. They did load in separate, so there's no guarantee that they're on the same server. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see that. My kid accidentally kicked my power bar.
No, that's okay. Since a scab is in now, spawning over in the open field. Did he check for an AES over there? I don't think so. Going straight for those points, saying, "Hey, I've got the lead. I need to do what I can right now." Oh, getting into it with her, just hanging out. What a nice snap! Yes, snap and flick. What? That's a scab?
Is that his guard?
Jeez.
That's one of his guards.
Yeah. What?
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
They come out
what?
Guard the area.
Sensei coming to the realization that was possibly one of Gluhar's guards. He may be getting into it with scab balls. Lots of running.
We hear all the footsteps now, yeah. Was that on the roof, though?
I don't... And don't forget, there are a lot of bonus points to be had here for Gluhar. Oh, dropping... Look at just the concentration on Sensei's face right now.
Alright, so that's Rook down.
stating, hey, I got points in Rook. We're done with this. I don't really need to be here for the bonus points, but let me go see what we
I
got.
think that's a PMC.
Now, Buddy, I must say, if you were in their shoes, right, how much does the thirst for trying to get a kill from a different position really alter how, like, your mechanics, how you're going to go about this firefight? Like, are you going to go out of your way to avoid it just to try to get into the other building for the bonus points? Or are you just going to, are you in the more mentality of if it happens, it happens?
I set him in front of the crate.
I think it's one of those situations here where you have to understand where your position is right now on the leaderboards. So you have to be very much aware of that, because if you are in the lead, you don't want to do anything that may compromise you dying early and allowing people to catch up to you. So if switching over, Study almost going down in our top left. He is a man with no legs. That was super
seen a
close.
lot of that.
Wow.
Oh man.
These guys just know how to hang on by a hair, huh?
Yeah.
Really,
so he's going to go into the
Lieutenant Dan, he's not
bathroom
going anywhere.
I think his guards.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Dan.
What's his name's guards? He's over here to my right.
I think, like I was saying though, I think it honestly depends on where I'm at on the board. If I'm going to stay into these fights, or if I'm going to say, hey, you know what? I know I can just get the kill, be done with it, not worry about it. I don't need the bonus points. But, you know, if I can get them, I can get them. It honestly is going to be where I'm on the leaderboard is going to determine my play style here.
Running.
For me, it would have to depend on where I take a fight. Like if I'm being engaged and I know that trying to reposition and run into a different building just for the points is going to get me killed, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to get the kill where I can and just say tough shit. Yeah.
No, I agree. Because if you're exposing yourself by running to the other building, that added risk is probably gonna short your time here on reserve, and then there's lost opportunity for points.
Exactly. Now this is something interesting that I'm seeing Suddy doing that was done in the labs raids earlier. He's brought a backup slick in his backpack. Did he? Is that a backup one that he brought, or did he pick that up? I need confirmation, because if he did bring that, that is a 10 out of 10 play. Like, that is ingenious, saying, hey, you know what? I might get into fights. My armor's going to get damaged. I don't want to take a chance to die. No, it's insured. Both of them look insured. Yeah, both of them are insured. Yeah, it looks like he insured it.
And I mean, you definitely, whether it's a slick or one of the new ones, if you're going up against Gluhar and his boys, you want all the fucking armor you can get and all the healing you can get.
Suddy getting some shots on a player that was over there by the fence. Oh, taking more shots. He has no arms. Suddy, where's your body, buddy? Oh, getting into it. Please don't die.
Just holding that angle.
Oh.
Just trying to get...
Oh, Suddy.
Pop your morphine. Yes, there you go. Oh. You know what to do, buddy. Backseat gaming at its finest by the... Oh, no, stop your chest.
Oh, wow. This is bad.
Oh, the other guy's medding.
My butt can only clench so much, Suddy.
He only has 4 on his chest. He needs to heal that, because if his chest blacks, he's dead. But he doesn't care. He's going on the offensive. He's like, you know what? What are you doing, Suddy? What are you thinking?
We go.
Okay.
He had that YOLO smirk on his face just now.
He did. He made me very nervous with that YOLO smirk.
He's a goal.
Oh no!
No.
So close, Suddy. GG's, my friend.
Down.
Oh, good try, man. Good try.
You knew that was going to be the risk right there.
There's no time limit on this?
Yeah.
No time limit on this.
But you know what? He went for it. And at the end of the day, like, he could have decided, no, screw it. I'm going to play the safe route and try some. But he went for it. He knew it was his last shot. And so I give him fucking props for that.
I really love Dax's choice. Yeah, mad respect to Suddy, guys. Make sure you guys go show him some love. Tell him how amazing he has done. GG's to him. But I really love Dax's setup here. I love what he's running. This is my favorite combo right now in the game. If you're bringing 2 weapons, the MP7 with a DVL, it's just amazing. And that DVL sounds so sexy when it fires.
You can't hear it. It's probably one of the quietest rifles in the game. which I like.
And it's a great setup for especially reserve, where you have this combination of that long-range game mixed in with the CQB. So now you have best of both worlds.
Correct.
Yeah, you really do, exactly. Yeah, 100%.
I want him. I don't know where I got hit.
Oh man,
No sound of the shot,
I love
so-
Sergeant Prepper's positivity. He's like, yeah, you know, he's out for blood. He's like, hunt him down, get the tags. That's what I need to do.
Yep.
Quite a bit of drop.
How much do you think it is for them right now resisting the urge to go and loot? Do you think they're having a hard time resisting that urge, saying
it has to be tough? I mean, that's that's Tarkov right there. It's second nature to try to grab and get whatever you can. To go against that grain has got to be hard.
But I'm trying to be a little bit
definitely
insane to draw attention, but
I mean, especially when you're on this player
map.
who. Well, I was just gonna say, it definitely helps if you're the type of player who consistently hits the end game every wipe. You get the kappa, and like you get used to Tarkov being not really too much about looting and more just going in and dumping some rounds, doing some PvP. So I think the fact that like you can tell these guys are experienced, I think that's the definite edge coming into this, because you don't have that itch to sit there and go, oh, I need to search everything.
Sergeant Prepper getting a task done while he's in raid. I believe that he just got the notification for finding the hermetic door.
Play. I love
hey, that's what's up. When you get bust out and stuff during a tournament, that's always good.
Incredible.
Does he get extra points for that, or
right?
Oh, clean shot through the window.
Clean DBL shot. I like him checking over here for the computer, the graphics card room, seeing if there's anybody. Stating, oh, it was a little loud because you have this super suppressed gun and then you're just busting a window out with it.
Oh yeah,
checking
a little bit more noticeable.
Exactly, a little bit more noticeable.
There's supposed to be like 14 players on this
I've gotten into some pretty interesting and intense and atmospheric firefights in these buildings here. There's a lot of sniping positions. This whole courtyard is just scary.
Worth 4.
Sergeant Prepper taking some shots there, losing an arm, bleeding so much. I love this choice of meds. I said this yesterday, and I'll say it again all weekend. I absolutely love the choice in bringing a Grizzly in. To me, it's one of those meds that just it does everything. You don't need to bring anything else when you have it.
I am ripped up.
Like, I mean, besides the surgical kit, but
quite a while.
Yeah, as long
but
as
the only downside is that it takes a little longer. That's the biggest
downside.
Look at
you have to,
holy shit!
Yeah.
Zach
shooting fish in a barrel
for sure.
Oh,
he's just shooting fish in a
breaking
barrel.
up their party.
What's over there? If I can kill him from here,
that leaves.
Back to bed, children. It's past your bedtime. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Sensei.
Sensei scab,
getting into
like
a fight with somebody.
What
Coming upstairs.
What was that?
Was that a PMC or was that a?
Shit?
That they looked like they were moving really weirdly.
Normal scab, I can't tell. Normal
For
scab.
a PMC, I don't know.
So
it might have just been a normal scab. How long has he been in the raid? It could be player scab floating in now.
I think Blue Card's dead over there.
King.
Ooh, if he got Blue Card,
No way.
that's some good bonus points right there.
I think one of those was Blue Card, but his outfit from that.
Now the thing though is, do you want to be the guy that hits that dinner bell and tries to get that hermetic door extract? Or do you want to try and wait? Because you know it's inevitable that somebody's going to push that button.
Yeah,
but
and that's the thing.
Is it gonna be in
somebody else
time?
pushes the. Well, and that's the other thing you've got to be aware too is like if somebody else pushes the button and you take that extract, you don't get the bonus points. You have to press the button and get to the extract.
Yeah, you have to be the one that presses it and extracts through it to get those points.
You know what? That makes sense.
Should I go over there?
That makes a lot of sense.
I like Sensei asking now, like he's like, should I go over there? Here's the thing about it. Okay, if you're in Sensei's situation, do you go over there? Grumble, what would you do? Do you go over there?
I don't know where I should go.
Oh,
drop shot.
I definitely would. I mean,
get it.
Get up!
Come on!
Oh,
there we
job.
go.
This building.
Does the basement count?
Is there one more that I'm missing?
Oh, that's his final. That's 1, 2.
That's Rook. Okay, let's just go from Rook.
That's 7.
Not yet, buddy. We'll go up soon.
Okay.
I like Sensei's game plan. He said, "This is my house. I'm not really worried about getting those bonus points from the other locations. I'm gonna live here."
I'm gonna come here last on the way out. But
Yeah, and it looks like he's making up the difference pretty well too with these kills, especially if he can get
I've killed 1 in the field, 1 just
blue
then,
car,
and then 4
and get the bonus
4 out
extraction points. That might do it for him.
nice.
Yeah. Now I am being clarified that if the button was hit, that they could go to the button and then run to the hermetic door.
Oh my gosh.
That makes sense, because if the button hits right before you get there, then that's a long way.
Yeah, if the scavs count, then I can understand how.
So all of these rules have been specifically explained to the players, and their battle mods are going to keep them on track. So even if there's something that we may not get specifically correct, they know, and the battle mods know, we'll be informed, and we will correct it on our end 100%, just so that way we get you guys the correct information every single time. The battle mods do an amazing job. Show some love to them. I know I've said this multiple times. They really, you guys don't understand how much work they put on behind the scenes. They're amazing. I love them. They're great.
Why do I feel like every
Sensei, going ahead and popping that med and going to make the run. I don't like this. Me personally, I don't like this idea. You were in a fine situation. You don't need experience. You don't need gear from them.
I don't need the loot. Yeah.
You don't need the loot unless you're like, hey, did I get blue heart? It is.
Yeah, that.
And you're just running
it's
across
wide
the open
open.
where you could be.
Yeah, and
Exactly what you were
Gluhar on
saying.
his own is no joke. Gluhar on his own will still ruin your day. He'll still put you to bed real early, and then he'll go and he'll sit on the couch with your mom and watch some Netflix. Like, that's just the kind of guy he is.
And I'm pretty sure that right there
His boys
is
are over-
Gluhar.
We got 2 other player
That's
kills,
Gluhar.
but
Gluhar is your next stepdad, okay?
dog tags, so they robbed me of 6 points.
Yeah. I'm just your step Chad. Gluhar's your stepdad.
Step-Chad,
There's a
there we go.
difference.
Not ideal.
No, Gluhar's the kind of guy, he moves in, he dates your mom for a week, and then he moves in and all his buds come over for a barbecue. He wears like a Kiss the Cook apron and he drinks Bud Light. That's the kind of guy
Oh yeah, dude.
Gluhar is.
Super uncomfortable.
Right?
He wears Oakleys on the back of his head.
Oh wait, is that?
Oh gosh.
That's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
I'm so
How are you guys
confused
doing?
right now.
And then you know what the best part is? He wears the Oakleys on the back of his head, but when it gets too bright, he shields his eyes with his hand.
Right. Yeah, I'm not gonna stress over.
There we go. Okay, I'm
Those
done.
audio
levels.
I hate Gluhar.
Somebody hit the alarm. Is this on Prepper or is this on Sensei?
Let's go to the bishops.
I can't tell. Okay, so it is Sensei's alarm.
I don't think.
It is Sensei's alarm.
It is Sensei's alarm.
We killed 3 players.
So now we have to determine, is this a PMT or is this a scab that has hit this alarm?
So it could have been really good. You get points for taking
And
the
Sensei's
dog
been
tags
doing
out
really
for the
good up
15
until
and
now. He could try to do that
objective building.
that Brian was talking about. He could go to the button and then extract if he feels. But knowing him, he's probably going to try to use every minute that he can to just stack as many points as
At
he
this
can.
point, yeah, you might as well. Like, I know it, you know it, we all know it. This is it. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've ever watched Sensei's streams, you know that he's not one of those players that gets in, gets out as soon as possible. He uses the entire raid timer for most of his raids. He doesn't leave until there's a few seconds left every single time.
You know
so this
what?
is nothing out of the norm for him.
A whole lot of shots.
I've been doing that
We got
this raid,
over here.
this wipe cycle, and I've been enjoying just taking my time a little more with the game, slowing it down a bit, just kind of taking it in. I've really been enjoying it, so I can definitely see why he enjoys like the longer raids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is something interesting that I didn't notice until just now. I really like Dax's ammo choice, even though it's super expensive. But bringing the M993 and the DVL to saying, "Hey, I'm not going to take a chance with the M61 or anything like that." If I see somebody and I hit them, I want them to drop. I don't want there to be a chance. I want to go for the gusto here. So I really, really like this.
I wish so badly right now that these guys were in the same server.
Yeah. Now, and this is another amazing thing that you can get to see here when you see these players. Even though they all have very different play styles, you can see unique things that like high level players all do. They move around, they get into positions, and then they listen. Then they scan. They move around, they get into position. There's not a lot of players at the top level that are just W key warriors. You know what I mean? There are a few. Obviously, we know who they are, but there's not a lot. Most people are very aware and very much oriented into listening.
Just push to me.
Sergeant Prepper moving over into that K building.
Wait, can I just go?
I believe that's K.
It's
correct?
really
Yeah.
interesting to watch the rotations too, because whatever order it's in, at some point, a lot of these guys kind of make the same rotations, just in different orders. That shot was not fun.
Yeah, that shot was not fun.
I would not be standing on top of this train still, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I would have definitely repositioned, especially after a shot like that came from out of nowhere. Oh,
and there's a
he's underneath, isn't he? Yeah,
getting himself into a pickle.
Boy,
I can't see with this stupid helmet. that's Rook, right?
Don't blame the helmet, blame the sight.
Yeah, don't blame the sight.
I hate Altons.
Oh wait, no, that's the Bravo. Yeah, blame the sight.
The second shot.
Yeah, that's the Bravo.
I thought that was.
But that was amazing. Get some hype in there. Oh my gosh! Like the way that he flicked right there, that was absolutely amazing. He registered where the shot came from and just instantly snapped to him and said, "Hey, I know where you're at. Let me just drop you real quick with this MDR."
And the Mosin's one of those guns where like you don't want a Mosin to put rounds on you because you're not gonna survive very quickly if those shots are connecting. Like it's we all know the Mosin. It's a fucking Mosin, man.
Even with the nerfs that the Mosin has received over the past couple patches, the ammo is still just so good and it does so much damage. If you look, his armor is down to 3 out of 44.
Jeez.
After those Mosin shots.
Yeah.
I think he took 2 Mosin shots, I believe, with LP. If it's a scav, it's more than likely the LP SZH or whatever it's called ammo.
I will run an Alton for the next 2 weeks straight every raid.
Definitely
Get used to it. Yeah, not being able to hear or see.
The banter,
yeah,
the banter that he
a
is
play style.
Or turn, yeah.
It really is.
The banter tonight's been really good, whether it's like super serious communication or they're just shooting the shit. The battle mods are good for it, and I like that, you know, they're personable and they're approachable and they're not just gonna,
Right,
you know,
so
if you want to have a good time, they're gonna have a good time with you.
Anybody. This is Rook checked out.
Tarkov reporter stating in chat that he should get extra points for using such a trash tier scope. I think we should deduct points for him using that scope.
Yeah. We'll give him a quarter of a point. How about that?
Yeah. Hearing some shots right now. Moving over here towards the tech building or school building.
Man, if Scav can land some of these bonus points shooting from these locations, on top of what he's already able to, he's already done. That's gonna stack up really quick.
Yeah, just going ahead and peeking through. Using that beautiful, look at Dax just using that amazing, beautiful voodoo. Gets beautiful, clear image. It's almost like it's 1440p or even 4K looking through the sight. I could see that scav picking his nose.
I just feel like
somebody
there might just be another alternative.
Yeah, I think there's this thing called the Valde that just much better.
It just sits so nicely on the gun. The handling's really nice. Got millidots.
There's someone nearby.
Dax
we hear
hearing
somebody.
somebody nearby. Yeah.
We should tally how many how raids with the Valde went as opposed raids to with the Voodoo went. And then
Yeah,
we'll have
mods.
our
Can we
answer.
get a poll in chat, or do we already did that actually? Never mind. I think chat already voted on which one was the best. I'm pretty sure it was pretty sure it was the Valde.
Now, one thing I haven't noticed, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, do all of the competitors today, are they all on Kappa? Do they all have them? Or
Ooh, I don't
are
know.
a couple of
I didn't
players
notice.
hindered? And I say hindered, but if you have like, it's not really a hindrance. Like the 3 extra slots are very nice. Let's not kid ourselves, but they're not really super necessary.
Queen is itself.
Especially for this tournament, I don't think Kappa's something that's like a game changer in my opinion.
Actually, when I did the duos bracket with my buddy, he had his Kappa at that point, and I literally had like beans. I had to look for beans, and that was it. And so I still had my EOD, my gamma container, and I could fit ammo in it. He couldn't fit ammo in it, and it helped. It benefited us, right? Like for the
That's a good
pickups, for
point.
the points. I mean, there are
I just like how
definitely
they're clearing corners.
I have a weird feeling they're like.
yeah.
Oh, go
Bunker
ahead. Go ahead.
fighting is best fighting. Oh, no, I was just gonna say bunker fighting's best fighting in my opinion. I like it down there.
Yeah.
That was below me.
When I play this map, I usually tend to stay out of the bunkers, especially because of the, you know, the people who fall asleep at their, like, they had to get up and go pee. And, you know, they're just hanging around some places, so they had to pee, and then they come back at the most inopportune times. Down there around D2.
Oh, yeah. Call them Taco Bell eaters, you know?
Yeah. Their dinner came, they had to go pee, their mom yelled for them from upstairs, something like that. Whatever it is. They had to leave their keyboard and mouse.
They really like the view from that angle. So they just want to sit there and take it in.
Rat doesn't pick his things up.
Mom, I'm camping here. I mean, playing here.
Yep.
Yeah. Ma, the fucking meatloaf, ma!
Ah!
Oh, Dax finding some dead bodies. Kind of curious. Oh, Steph picking up a body, also murdering
Getting
something.
a kill.
Queen down. Alarm
There
going
goes
off.
that siren, yeah.
This is, I'm pretty sure this is Sensei siren going off. He's listening, seeing if the person is going to jump through the window and come push this direction after hitting it.
That'd be perfect.
You just grab tags, do we get points for that?
No, not this is her kill.
Gotcha.
Pretty slick.
Man, the concentration on Sensei is so good. He just gets into that
Yeah,
zone.
the concentration, but like the relaxed atmosphere that he still has around him.
He's got like a certain zen about
That's how
him,
you
you
gotta
know?
play Tarkov. You got to be able to remain calm under pressure because there's so many jumps in this game, and this game can be so stressful that you know you kind of got to become numb to it in a sense and just push through it. Otherwise, you start making mistakes and you just jump around a lot. Your mouse goes everywhere. It's not good. It's not good.
The Found and Raid MK18 is something I keep looking at, and it's kind of throwing me. I'm just like, oh, that gun.
Oh, we got Queen.
I found one in Mark Room
I
on
run factory.
customs.
Yeah, I got this building.
I run it on factory with a hollow sight and a laser.
It just devastates people, man. It's crazy.
Over here we go. We'll go
But the best part, like, it devastates them, but their bodies like actually ragdoll like backwards from it.
that's
I don't know, it's
Sensei
favorite
taking
part.
shots on somebody. See somebody trying to pick up those bonus points right now, just trying to secure the lead, just saying, no, this is mine to lose. Nobody else is. Take a look, see what he's got. He's focused. He knows something's over there. He's trying to find him in any one of these windows.
So many fucking windows.
So many windows.
Alarm's just
It
blaring.
looks like
He's
Dax
looking.
is opting to go to D2.
Maybe because he
and
hasn't
just
seen a
kinda
lot
get
of
out.
players.
Maybe he's clearing it.
Yeah, he hasn't seen a lot of players, so I'm wondering if he's going through the thought process of saying, "Hey, I wonder if somebody fell asleep at their keyboard down here. Maybe I can pick up a kill."
Possibly. Yeah, Tarkov seems to sometimes have a lot of issues with people falling asleep at their keyboards at extracts.
Yeah,
I just, you get called away and just something happens.
Yeah, all of the players seem to be having a lot of issues getting kills from these locations to get these bonus points. And it's one of those situations where when you're not wanting to fight somebody in one of these buildings, you see them all over them. But the moment you're like, no, I need to kill you here, please come, and nobody shows up. It's the same thing that happens with the proper task where you have to get kills inside of dorms on customs. You go there, think you're going to get, oh, we get crunchy. Wood.
Oh, there we go.
Player scav.
Player scav. Oh,
Beautiful pickup.
That could
Beautiful
have been
pickup
Again,
there.
going in for the kiss.
Yeah, that scav got his shot off right next to his head.
Mm-hmm.
That was not the guy from the other building, though, so I have to be careful of that other building.
Yeah, he's stating still that guy over in the other building. Dax is really smart here. You can see Dax knows some of these spots that people like to fall asleep at. He's checking every corner. We got Sergeant Prepper trying to hit some shots over there.
What do we think?
Yeah, play a little bit of Where's Waldo, and I think you found him.
It's got to be 150. Someone tell me.
Where's Bernie?
Yeah, what are we thinking?
He's trying to zero in at the correct, correct distance with the subcarb sight, but that's our opinion.
150.
Oh well, I mean, at least we can agree on this one, though.
I think so too.
That Bravo.
I was hoping like a normal scab,
It was
he
all
would just
unlooted when I got here too.
turn towards me.
Someone
They usually
went
just
here
freeze.
when I was gone.
Sergeant Prepper's never going to live this
Just-
optic
she
down.
Just, looped around me, I guess.
Listening to Dax here stating,
That's
hey,
okay,
this was
no-
unlooted when I was here, and now it's all been looted. We've looped each other, and he's like kind of frustrated.
Stamina's out.
Let me ask you this.
Bunker Hill's AGL spot.
Would you, at this point, not really finding a lot of players in each one of these buildings, do you think you would be getting frustrated right about now?
Four scavs, most
Might-
Oh,
it
100%
might
I'd be
cause
getting
you-
super frustrated.
Oh, he sees somebody. Team at two.
Oh,
Oh no!
Dax! That was the opportunity of a lifetime.
Now they're gonna stay inside.
I realize I'd
Those are
wasted.
players.
At first,
Now they're
really cost
and they know where that shot came from if they're smart.
One's still on the roof.
They were player
Oh,
scavs,
knows in
though,
chat
so
for sure.
blast a lot of rounds off. At
he
this
might
scab
have.
yet.
He could potentially push some. Like they were player
Oh
scavs.
no, he's
It was an AI.
Oh.
Not an AI. It was a player, and he just like bailed. Pretty-
That man
pretty
went
sucky.
running, said, "I'm out," off the top of that roof onto that little balcony over there.
Well, if I get a kill
I
in
have
21
enough
minutes,
time
that
for
means I got
this
it.
3 points to
Sure,
be
just
worth
seen
doing.
the gas station.
I got one.
Walk into the middle.
Oh, there we go.
Right?
Sergeant
really
Prepper
bad
picking
with
up a
reserve
kill over there
distances.
from
It's also
Dome.
wide. Like, I'm
That's,
really not comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This getting the shots from the buildings, definitely it's something you're gonna have to play time on if you don't encounter the initial rush of people
Dude, nothing's gonna
running
spawn
those
for
buildings.
fun. It's just not happening.
So hopefully the player scavs
Yeah,
and stuff
and then
can
making
spawn
the
in and
point
kind of
to
help these
try to
guys out.
rotate.
Sniper range meter thing.
Yeah,
Maybe just chasing down 3 scavs is better than.
because nothing would be worse than watching one area the whole raid and just nothing happens.
Oh,
Yep.
I guess that's
Dax
what
is now popping on his Subarus and Lamborghinis and getting the fuck out.
Oh Jesus, no!
for stam recovery.
I've never heard that and I hate it. I hate that so much.
You've never heard that?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. To do
No.
I hope you take it with you forever, Grumbles.
I hope I don't.
They're yours
I
now.
hope I immediately
They're
forget
your
it after
Lamborghinis and
today.
Subarus.
No! No!
I think I'm gonna pop the door.
Going
again.
over to Sensei,
You can just hit as many times as you want, right?
Yeah.
trying to just pick up as many bonus points as he can get. Like this is a man that has a plan, and he is just like, yeah, I'm gonna do my game. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the concentration. Same window that Dax was just at. See what he can find.
These guys want it. They're
I'm gonna
hungry.
check in here one more time.
They're
pop the door
saying,
and run
fuck
over there,
it.
guess.
I got time.
This window over here is blocked. This door spawns open, I'm pretty sure.
hear him stating where, like and that's the one thing about map knowledge is knowing what doors spawn open, what doors spawn closed, so that way if you see a door in a weird position, you can be like, oh, no, this should not be in this position.
There we go. It seems like Prepper is gonna go for that.
Take him right at it's 10.
Yeah.
The worst. I mean, I need like 60 points.
Yep, Sergeant saying, I'm ready to get out. I'm ready to leave. I'm hitting this. Let's go get these bonus points. I'm done.
We're not looking good, people.
Now, has Sergeant Prepper encountered any raiders yet?
I
don't
think so.
Screwed the proverbial poop for us.
So,
because that would be key if he's hitting this in hopes to find some raiders.
What am I doing on time? I got 18 minutes.
Return.
Yeah, if he's saying, yeah, you know what? Let's get these raiders in. Let me try to get as many of these as I can, and then extract before this stops going. I'm gonna pick up as many points as I can get right now.
No way this has AP in it, is it?
Not performing your home turf.
And the unfortunate thing about ringing that dinner bell though is like all the other players, scavs, the PMCs, everybody in that raid now knows. Listen, there's some loot over here.
It is, yes.
All eyes are going to be on this area.
Yeah, exactly, and especially with this map being such a scav player friendly map versus a PMC friendly map, it is a dinner bell for all those scav players going, oh, somebody hit the button, time for me to go get some gear. Oh,
exactly.
Sergeant Prepper, lots of dead bodies on the floor to his bottom left there. Oh, that's side. There are dead bodies.
3 players. Someone took 2 tags.
Oh no!
Oh no! That's why you gotta try and get those tags as quickly as you can.
The frustration building up. Dax getting into it with somebody over in the same location.
This is so tense. I'm just sitting here like
it is. I know. Like
I just want to watch.
Sergeant Prepper going underneath now to say, hey, is there just anywhere for me to pick up some points, please? And stating, I've never seen it this bare. Oh, Prepper getting into it. All right, Dax getting into it.
I got pretty bad AI luck, I think.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Shoreline run, man.
Stay in this map very.
I don't know. I mean, they still do have some time, but at this point, you're right there. That alarm's going. You can get double extraction points. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm intentionally showing myself.
Yeah, this is one of those hard situations, specifically because you gotta remember, like every one of their times, like they have their entire raid that they can use. And their battle mods are very much going to be in there saying, hey, this is how much time you have. You know, be aware of it.
Good shot.
Oh, beautiful shot. Be aware of it, you know, and just kind of they're going to be the ones. They're like your voice in your head saying, "Hey, it may be time to go.
Yeah.
Like we might not be able to pick up more, but you know, having that battle mod there protect you so much. Picking up some good kills.
You have to kill him.
Raider.
They're both
stating, do I have
Dax
to
and Prepper are getting some scav kills.
Dude, Sergeant Prepper's stepping up like it's nothing. Like that scav, he was pretty far away, especially for that shit optic. He saw a cavity, he filled it with lead, man. Good on you.
He's throwing caution to the wind because he understands how far behind he is in points and saying, you know what? No, I need to get kills. I need it, and that's why you heard him ask his battle mod. Did I already get points in this building? And his battle mod's like, yeah, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Keep going. Get another building. See if you can't find somebody.
Yeah, but I don't even think I can get second like this.
I think that's the big downside of if you're rotating really quickly. I know for sure I would forget what buildings I've gotten kills from or I haven't. As you're trying to as you're on the prowl, you know.
You heard voices when you threw that nade.
Oh,
100%. I threw the nade to see if I heard voices. I didn't say I heard.
Yeah, we got Sensei over here just doing his little thing up in the dome, just chilling, relaxing, trying to find anybody to shoot. Stating, I don't even see dead bodies. Like I don't know what to shoot at. All of the contestants today having just a hard time getting shots on anybody from these buildings.
I must say that it's a prettier day today than we saw yesterday with not only the fog but the darkness. Hopefully that helps a bit.
Yeah, last night when the contestants were at this point, they were just looking into a black void. They could not see anything at below when they were up here, so much better visibility for these guys today.
Now, one thing I was thinking, what we saw yesterday, we saw a lot more of the contestants baiting the shots. They would fire off both their primary and or secondary to try to get people to come towards them. I don't think we've seen that so far with this one, at least that I've picked up on.
No, I did
the
notice that
cheeky
Prepper
little
did
shot
throw
bait on scabs.
Yeah, no, I do know that Prepper threw a grenade earlier to try to see if he could hear some yelling and see if anybody was around. So I think he was using that more of just a knowledge base, not so much as a ring the dinner bell.
I do, yeah. I like to shoot up. If I'm not sure whether or not there's scavs or a boss, I'll fire off a couple rounds and wait and hear. Do I hear shuffling feet? Do I hear the yells? And it works.
Frustrating.
Oh, Sensei!
He hit the
no!
railing!
No! You're hitting the sandbag. There you go.
Not return fire.
Come on!
Just bait him into kills.
And that scav has said, "Nah, I'm good now. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna live here."
Yeah, scav said, "Fuck that! Someone shoot me!"
Chances? God, that really sucks. What's the chances that he died and fell behind?
And the train's coming in now.
Someone's got my
I don't think Sensei hit him though.
But
I don't either. There was no. I didn't see any blood. I didn't see.
Check him.
Like, I don't think he actually hit him.
That would make sense.
I mean, the worst thing that happens is you run down the timer and you use manhole and get regular extract points.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
So yeah, we got.
I'm not gonna stay.
All right, I may have to just cancel.
You hear Needy saying, "Hey, if it comes down to it, just stay in the entire time. Just get regular extract points. Don't worry about using the chromatic door. Just go out the red rebel extract."
Yeah, that'll be perfect for 995.
Scavs to swarm you. It doesn't happen.
And that communication about the ammo, about the 995, you're hearing shots off in the distance, trying to get eyes on it. There's a dead body up there onto that railing. Yep, there's movement. You see it through this fog over by the train. Looked like some players or scabs making a run.
Round two.
Good shot.
Sensei looking into that scab's soul right there.
Sensei just saying, "Hey, I'm good. These are my bonus points." Knocking it out.
Spider, we're out of here.
Fucking sender, bud.
Train showing up. For Sergeant Prepper saying, "Hey, I just need to go on board for a minute to clear it."
I didn't get done.
We've heard report. Oh! Prepper taking damage from touching the train.
So I'm thinking, hit the switch.
Stay back behind the yellow line.
Get out.
Prepper, I can't handle you dying to something like that again.
We already saw him jump off the cliff.
Get some kills at Dome or whatever.
Yeah, that was a classic.
Dead bodies everywhere.
Once again, jumping into his 2009 shoe bruise. Sorry, Gumbles.
No.
Did Prepper hit
Mitsubishi?
this button, or is he just taking the extract? I'm not quite sure. We'll have to get confirmation. That was his button, so he did hit it.
How much time did he have left?
I had the fast. How many shoreline runs have we done this wipe? At least 1,000. From where we spawned in the swamp with SJ6 pop max endurance, I should be able to get. I've always contested 3-1. No one's it. The guy from the east spawn had to go west and one tap me. I don't play reserve.
Okay.
Ooh, Dax getting into it.
Dax getting into it.
That was a nice little cheeky angle right there. Oh, and another.
Still getting in.
If we could
Just
zoom
lighting
in on
them
Dax
up.
for a sec here.
Final push, baby.
Sensei knowing that he's on that final push, he's going to go ahead and hit the button and go. Dax is really into it.
Man.
Sensei feeling super good about his run.
You know what? They should all feel good about these runs. This was a solid final raid from everybody.
Tarkov reporter saying that snipe was brought to you by Valaday, best scope in the game. I'm going to leave that with no comment. I'm going on the record
Tarkov
with
reporter,
no
you're
comment.
absolutely correct on that one.
I mean, he wouldn't have missed that scab the first time he went behind the container with the voodoo, but that's just my opinion.
No, you're
It's good
right.
to
He
see a
would have missed
Tarkov
him.
reporter reporting the
First time,
facts
second
here
time.
live.
Third time.
That's it. GG's.
Dax
everybody.
getting out. Claiming those bonus points. Absolutely
Big
amazing.
GG's, Dax.
Big GG's.
Man, what a performance from all of them.
Oh my gosh. Absolutely amazing performance from every single one of these. Oh, I like what Sensei's doing. Sensei's saying, I hit the button. I know Raiders could be up. I'm going to go ahead and pop this EJ, the green stem. I always call it green stem. Cannot remember the actual name of it now.
I call it green as well. I failed kindergarten.
Green stem. Saying, hey, if I run into Raiders, I want my health coming back up the entire time I'm fighting, just in case. Or even if there's somebody over here hanging out that I'm not aware of.
It is not fun going up against somebody who has popped one of those.
I have to say, as far as stims goes, the green and the purple, the Zagustin, has definitely saved my ass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Zagustin, yeah.
Perfect.
No,
reserve.
Brian, that's what.
You
That's
just
why
gotta
she
make
refuses
sure that
to
you
run raids
have.
with me.
I can't. If that doesn't get me the W, I don't know what can.
That was
I like
great,
the confidence.
Sensei.
I
That was-
love,
man.
Yeah, I love the confidence
Again,
Sensei is bringing right now.
If only my.
It goes back to what we were talking about earlier with their mentality. These guys, Sensei has performed before. He's been in these tournaments before. He's coming in cool, calm, collected. Nothing's gonna get him down. You know what I mean? Any situation that's thrown at him, he's gonna handle it with ease. And we saw that with this last event.
Yeah, 100%. He just said, I'm good. I know. He went into this with the lead saying, I know what I need to do. I don't need to rush. I don't need to W key through the map. I don't need to do anything. I need to play my game. He's like, it's my game to lose. And he knew that going in. He knew that everything was on his side. He's like, this is mine to lose. If I die early, I could throw the lead away. And he just said, no, I'm good. I'm going with it. Guys, what was your favorite moment from that raid? Seriously, Grumbles, give me your favorite moment.
Oh man. Trying to think here. I liked when Scav had all of Gluhar and his boys lined up, and there was not a damn thing they could do about it except sit there and get shot in the face and die for all the damn PMCs that die trying to kill Gluhar. You son of a bitch! But anyway.
Yeah. And Doc, what about you, buddy? What was yours?
Favorite part of this last one right here?
Yeah,
Was
this
that the
last
question?
one. Yeah.
This
What was your
last
favorite
one,
part about
it was.
this last raid?
I like seeing the mentality of the contestants, how they were rotating and how they were, you know what I mean? Like how they went, like, because I know they hit a few dry spells. They're like, we're not getting shots from our certain areas that we're trying to get the bonuses from. What do you do next? And I saw like Sensei, how he was holding down the train station for quite some time, which was, it would prove to be a great call instead of trying to, you know, like you were talking about earlier, push over to the other side. And then we saw him circle all the way around, try to get eyes up from Dome. That was good. And then seeing Dax just take it to him with the CQB, especially in the K building, just not sitting down, you know, just like, I'm going to try to take out everything I can right now.
All right. For me, it's one of those situations where like Suddy pushing that push that Suddy did, even though he went out early, it was absolutely amazing. It truly, truly was. I loved it. I loved it, guys. And I hope all of you guys have absolutely loved everything about this. This tournament is absolutely amazing. And if you do love this and you do want to support this team and you guys want to show some love going forward, hey, don't forget to go check out the merch store. You can find the merch store over there at evasion.gg/merch. For this week, use that code EVASION to get 10% off. That's seriously, guys, absolutely amazing stuff. Show some love for this competition. Show some love for the people that put the competition on, and show some love for the competitors. It is amazing. I have been a part of this. I've competed and co-hosted for 3 seasons now. I think I started in season 2, and I will support this group of people, you know, until they tell me to stop supporting them, because I absolutely love everything that they do. Seriously. All right, so
they're great.
Let's go ahead and get into. They really are. Let's go ahead and get into the brackets. See where we're at. Remember, yesterday Zier went ahead and held to that victory. Quality Plays, I believe, is sitting as our wild card at the moment. Oh,
wow.
Never mind. Never mind.
Well, there's some big numbers.
Those are
some
very big
huge
numbers.
Sensei Scav
Dax
pulling out
decided to show up.
Yes, Dax
That's
coming
insane.
out of
Remember,
nowhere.
guys, Dax, this is his first time competing in the evasion events. Absolutely showing up. 93 points. Massive GGs to Dax, bud.
Yeah.
That was a great performance. It was fun watching that.
Absolutely amazing. Sensei Scav coming out, showing what he does. From what I understand, I saw in chat that he had no idea he was in first place going into that last round. He just said, I'm playing my game, I'm doing it. He had no idea. He just played. So I absolutely love that. Taking the Group B win, and that means that Dax is now our wild card going into Group C.
Wow.
Dax,
Lots
what
of
a fight,
pieces
buddy.
moving around.
Way to go. Sergeant
job,
Prepper
everybody.
putting up
Insane.
76. Like that is nothing to scoff at. Sergeant Prepper putting up 76 is absolutely amazing. Putting in work. Got some bad luck when it came to some scavs and some raiders and trying to get some points. And then my boy Suddy. I love you, Suddy. It happens to all of us. It happens to all of us, but don't scoff at anything. Suddy is an absolute machine. He is a powerhouse and a beast at this game. It just happens sometimes. And seriously, it could have been a couple of those fights could have been a little bit different and changed just a little bit, and Suddy would have been the victor in these things. And that's the great thing about
Tarkov. They could have handled any more, of the cutoff shirt. That was too much for him at one time.
It was.
I know. I can't contain myself.
I couldn't.
I was sitting here this whole time like, oh.
Man, I'm so glad that we got to see Sensei Scav in action though, and just his whole demeanor with this. You could see it in his eyes how methodically he goes through this, and I'm glad that it paid off, man. I was telling you guys at the start of this that I was looking forward to watching that unfold, because I've played with Sensei before. I've seen him numerous times, and it's so cool to see that in action.
Yep, 100%. And playing against I've played against Sensei, I've played against Suddy, I've duoed with Suddy quite often, and seeing these guys play styles every single time just blows me away. It's absolutely amazing. Oh, guys, I'm kind of speechless now. This was an amazing tournament. We've got don't go anywhere though, because tomorrow we still have another great round of competitors coming up for our Group C stage tomorrow. I believe that it will be myself, Grumbles will be back, and I believe Miss Nixia will be joining us for that as a co-host also. I'm super, super excited. All right. Go ahead and before we close out, Doc, Jay, go ahead and tell me a little bit about you and where we can find you and things like that.
Yeah. Doc J, former Navy Corpsman. I did that for 8 years. I used to bartend on the weekends. We do a little bit of Tarkov cosplay every once in a while. Get the vest back there. We just like to have fun though. I'm all about, turning memes into dreams. Yeah, you can find me at twitch.tv/DocJ, and it's always a good time.
Perfect. And Grumbles, go ahead.
I'm Grumbles A. I'm your resident step Chad on Twitch. I like to teach Tarkov to people. I'm pretty approachable. I have a good time. I do play other stuff, but I mostly do Tarkov. And if you ever want to come by and, have a little more Canadian in your life, just get on over there, buds.
Perfect. Sounds great, Grumbles. And that's just Grumbles at twitch.tv.com/GrumblesA.
Sorry.
Perfect. All right, guys. Name. And same name. Perfect. And I'm Unfluffy Bunny. You guys can find me at twitch.com/UnfluffyBunny pretty much every single day of the week. Guys, once again, much love to all of our competitors. Much love to our host of Asian GG. And much love to all of you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Have a great one, everybody.
Thank you guys so much.